Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Is Eddie Hearn going to outbid Al Heyman and Bob Arum for Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter? Or would Triller outbid Eddie Hearn once again and outbid everybody? Uh-oh. Jay Gadget, what's going on? James, Mike Smalls, RPT, what's going on? Uh-oh. This is interesting, right? Rello Fellow, you stand 007, Mike G, Mr. Moet, Stephen Austin, Eric Holt, Tanim Marie, Peace Bliss, Queen, how you doing today? MPWTF, ESO 35, Sci-Fi the Guy, Robin Montgomery, Adrian Pittman, Mr. Moet, Marvin Gibson, the SS Family, Roosevelt Ivory, President Jafar, St. Louis Mick, Brandon Hill Sr., Gene Clement, Robin Montgomery, Mike G. Oh, you going with your mom? You see my daughter?
I'm about to go spend Blue Blood's money.
Yeah. No.
You get it.
Oh, you wanted the truck?
No, we're taking my car.
Oh. Oh, just hanging? Okay. We're gonna ride later. Huh? Huh? Let's do what? Huh. After we come back. My wife thinks she's slick. Houston, Texas, 056. Too Sharp, St. Louis Mick, Mike Rhyme, The Great King, Thomas Nolia, Abdul Wahid, Steve Austin, Jimmy G, Check Hook, Treslin Patterson, where you been at? Leon Sterling, Chosen One, CJH, Rodney Vision, Tania Marie, Peace Blessings, Queen, how you doing today? Zuki Music, what's going on? C Black, what's going on? All right, let's talk about it. Angel Martinez, Soldier for God, what's going on? Corbin Thomas, what's going on? Y'all can hear me, right? Okay. Alvin Davis, Low Radar, Robert Singleton, James Silver, Blood and Bone, what's going on? Arthur Hawkins, Rello Fellow, what's going on? B. Paulie, Mr. Blue, Too Sharp, Demetrius Bright, Roosevelt Ivory, what's going on? Smash the like button. Get the likes up as we work it. Matthew Torres, DVT Gang, what's going on? David the Real Thomas, what's going on? So, is Eddie Hearn, Andre Williams, what's going on? Coach Rod, what's going on? Is Eddie Hearn going to look to outbid Bob Arum and Al Heyman, Roy Houston, what's going on? So that he could essentially revitalize the zone here in the States. Chris Garcia, what's going on? So he can revitalize the zone here in the States. I see that now they're gonna play with the notifications again, huh? So that he can revive my brother's keeper, what's going on? Because we know, right? Remember that smash the like button, get the likes 200. Remember, the zone had recently announced that they wasn't going to have any more fights here in the United States for the rest of the year. Well, that changed. Eddie Hearn is trying to get a fight with Dimitri Bivol on the zone in October, right? They need big fights for the zone, right? They don't have any big fights on the zone outside of Canelo Alvarez. 513 Road Natty, what's going on? Outside of Canelo Alvarez, Corbin Thomas, what's going on? They don't have any big fights for the zone. They haven't had any, right? It's just Canelo Alvarez. So, with that said, are they going to look to outbid for this fight? Because this is a huge fight, right? James Silver, what's going on? How you do this in the car? I just sit here and do it, great brother. Robin Gonzalez, what's going on? Henry King, what's going on? I just do it, man. They didn't send out a notification, though. Tone Capone, G Cole, what's going on? Tanya Scott, Peace of Bless, Queen, how you doing today? Dane Watson, what's going on? Warrior Class the Third, TD. Ellen Figueroa, what's going on? Arthur Hawkins, what's going on? C Black, President Jafar, Bo 1. Salah Udeen, D Grant DC, Rocky Imperial, Jay Smith, what's going on? So, Tone Corleone, what's going on? Jakari, TJ, Kev the Comic, what's going on? So, now that this fight is going to go to a purse bid, and publicly we're going to be able to see it, right? They're going to televise it. This is new, right? Appreciate you, great brother. You see they playing games with the stream, right? Smash the like button. What's blazing in sports? What's going on? So now they got us stuck. We can't get to 200, right? Will Gray, what's going on? So now they got us stuck. So we was at 150 people in a minute, and now we can't get to 200. Hampton Ski 9, Alex Saddam, Matthew Torres, Trestle Patterson, what's going on? Calvin Johnson, what's going on? Peace be free, what's going on? That's not a coincidence. That's them doing it on purpose. Just want y'all to know that. So smash the like button. So Dub CPB, aka Brandon, what's going on, great brother? So now Frequent Fire RC, what's going on? The real Dr. Hank McCoy, Geo James Khalil 98, Talib Cunningham, what's going on? So now let's look at it from this standpoint, right? Jaquan Pickett, what's going on? Melvin Gent, what's going on? So now let's look at it from this standpoint, right? And you got to say to yourself this. They tried this top rank. Robert Jaramillo, what's going on? A. Louis. They tried this, right? Letitia Brothers, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? So they tried this already, right? Top rank with George Kambosos Jr., Teofimo Lopez situation, and they came up short, right? And here they're going to try it again. And remember, Bob Arum was counting on CC30 T-Dub. Let me rent you up. So now think about this. Yeah, Dazn is in a desperate state, right? Albert Ford, what's going on? Freaking Fire RC, Will Smith, what's going on? Tavion Parrish, let me rent you up. So you're right. Dazn is in a place where they desperately need a big fight, right? So now think about this, right? Top rank ESPN, they did this already. They took a chance with Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos. They didn't foresee Triller coming out of nowhere. And remember, Radio K, what's going on? Devontae Brothers, what's going on? So remember, Brooklyn Bourne, what's going on? Keith Marcel, what's going on? Alex Telez, what's going on? Remember, Bob Arum said this. He says he didn't expect any other promoters, respectfully, to bid on Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos. Remember that? He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy at all that Eddie Hearn bid on the fight. Andre Williams, what's going on? Remember that? E2G Performance, what's going on, great brother? Bobo, what's going on? He wasn't happy that Eddie Hearn bid on the fight. You understand what I'm saying? And remember, he was like, it was somewhat disrespectful. Kevin Brower, what's going on? James Silver, what's going on? It was somewhat disrespectful. Kurt Sneed, what's going on? That Eddie Hearn bid on the fight, right? And so now he's going to take a chance again with a bigger fight and let it go to purse bid. Now, I believe that Bob Arum, he had the power to make this fight happen, right? He could have put up the necessary purse to make this fight happen, okay? Valerie Lackey, what's going on? AKA F what you heard, what's going on? He had the necessary power and the necessary resources to put up for this fight, to make it happen, to secure it. Trooper Sapar, what's going on? He had the necessary resources and he had the necessary money to make this fight happen. He chose to not make it happen, right? And so he's taking a chance again. Robert McKinney, what's going on? Chaz 313, what's going on? He's taking a chance again because he didn't want to put up the necessary money. Remember, Bob Arum, he stated that, if it go to a purse bid, if they was ordered, he would allow it to go to a purse bid so that Al Heyman would be responsible for the purses. Goldie Boydley, what's going on? Where you been at? Remember, he said that, right? He said, I would let it go to purse bid because remember when he was on my brother Fred Barbershop Conversation Show, Eduardo Martinez, what's going on? Henry King, what's going on? Remember when he was on there, he said Shawn Porter was only worth $1 million, right? John Moore, what's going on? You see, they're not sending out my notification. This is disgusting, man. It's frustrating. It's disgusting, man. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. So, Gregory Michelangelo, what's going on? So, Josh Epstein, what's going on? Underground Sound, what's going on? So, remember, he said that. He said, Willie Clark, what's going on? Will Gray, what's going on? Kevon, my brother, what's going on? Robert D. 1022, what's going on? So, remember, he said that Shawn Porter was only worth $1 million. Fly Guy Indy, what's going on? He didn't want to pay Shawn Porter more than $1 million. Robert Jaramillo, he said, they're not sending out notifications for this channel. They're not going to do it. Mike G, what's going on? They want my progress to drop every day. See me grow, what's going on? And that's what their plan is, to have the progress drop every single day. Ken Roy Lloyd, what's going on? So anyway, remember he said that Shawn Porter was only worth $1 million. He wasn't going to put up more than $1 million for Shawn Porter, right? And so he said it, DeJuan Roberts, what's going on? Let me wrench you up, DeJuan Roberts. I thought you was wrenched up already. So, Francisco Hernandez, what's going on? So, so he said if it go to a purse bid, I would allow Al Heyman to win the purse bid. Pandemonium, what's going on? He said I will allow Al Heyman to win the purse bid, so he'll be responsible for the purses. Jay Gadget, let me wrench you up, Jay Gadget, because you've been here for a minute. Cortez Bowles, what's going on? D Hodges, what's going on, great brothers? So, smash the like button, man. We got 300 people. Let's get 300 likes. So, Mike G, what's going on? Yeah, get the likes of 300. Paul Ruffin, what's going on? President Jafar, Black Ham TV, Dominique Miller, what's going on? Get the likes up. Getting back to the old me, what's going on? Ray Smith, what's going on? So, anyway, I remember the GOAT, what's going on? So, he said that he would allow Eddie Hearn to be responsible for the purses. I mean, he would let Al Heyman, Roosevelt Ivy, what's going on? Frankie C31, what's going on? He would let Al Heyman be responsible for the purses because he didn't want to be responsible for the purses because he don't see the value in this fight. That's what he said, right? Earn Incorporated, Rel Dance, what's going on? Thank you, baby. Yeah. He said that, so he didn't want to be responsible. Mental Wisdom, what's going on? Where you been at? So he said he would let Al Heyman do it, right? So that lets you know Bob Arum, the only reason he was interested in making this happen was for two reasons. Remember, Bob Arum said this, right? He said he was surprised Larry Ebram Smith, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Just dropped in to support the grind, Blue. Salute. I appreciate you, great brother. Appreciate you. Gregory Michelangelo, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love. David Frazier, what's going on? Appreciate y'all, man. Sleep one eye open. My brother, where you been at? Calvin Johnson, my brother. Yeah, I need y'all to get the lights up because they're trying to. Plus size goddess, peace and bless, queen. How you doing today? They're trying everything in their power to not let us grow. So I need y'all to help me help it grow. Ruben Jordan, my brother in the super chat, much love to you. Leo said it. What's going on? My brother G5_ Gabe in the building. Hey Gabe, go subscribe to my brother G5_ Gabe. Drop the link in the chat, Gabe, so people can subscribe to your channel. Great brother. So I need y'all to smash the like button. Get the likes up. Let's get it to 400 right now. Stedman Paget, what's going on? In Puerto Rico, salute. Took my girl to see her mom. Okay, that's what's up. My brother, Mr. Shelton, in the building. Jellybean 4280. Guyanese fire. What's going on, great brother? Where you been at? Dolomite, what's going on? Jeremiah Hall, what's going on? Terence Crawford, Stop Sporter. R. Hall, what's going on? Guyanese fire. What's going on, great brother? Victor Hernandez, what's going on? M, what's going on? King Bells, what's going on? What's going on, great brother? King Bells, I'm going to wrench you up because you've been here for a minute. You and Victor Hernandez. Let me wrench up Victor Hernandez and King Bells. Salute to y'all. Prince Blizzard, what's going on? So, Brick Boy Jones, what's going on? So now, remember this. Phil J. 508, my brother. Kendrick Booker, what's going on? So now, remember this, right? Samuel Midget, what's going on? Kenroy Lloyd, what's going on? So now, remember this. Keep in mind that Bob Arum, he didn't want this fight to begin with, right? He was not happy the WBO sanctioned, the WBO ordered this. I'm going to tell you why. And Lynn Figueroa, brother in the super chat, much love to you. Appreciate you. I'm going to tell you why, right? Remember, when the WBO ordered this, and this came out, salute to my brother Town Biz. What's going on, Town? Go subscribe to Town Biz Sports Entertainment. Shawn Lewis, what's going on? Robert Jeremillo, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. You can't hold down greatness, Blue. Great channel. Much love to you. I appreciate you. They trying, great brother. Y'all have no idea what I go through behind the scenes. No idea. Ruben Jordan, my brother in the super chat. How many pay-per-view buys do you think Canelo Plant will sell? I think it'll do 450. Canelo's a big draw. True Blue 45. TJ Sports and Boxing. What's going on? TJ Boxing and Sports. What's going on, great brother? Montre, what's going on? Yeah, I see it, Fly High 89. What's going on, great brother? I see it doing somewhere like 400 to 500,000. Yeah, Houston, Texas, 056. Yeah, 500,000. It's gonna do big, man. Canelo Alvarez is a big draw. I tell people, you know, I think that people, he's, you know, the face of boxing. He's the biggest. He's one of the biggest stars, and for sure, I think he's gonna do at least 500,000 because it's for Undisputed. There's a line on the line. Where the fight takes place as well. They said T-Mobile, Las Vegas. I think it should be in Texas. George Grace, brother in the super chat, dropping that quarter of a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, salute Blue, the hardest working man in boxing. Salute, I appreciate you 1,000%, great brother. Don Medley, what's going on? Solar Power, my brother in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue. Salute to you, great brother. Skills from New Orleans. What's going on, great brother? Where you been at? MC Rapper B, what's going on? What time is it in the U.S.? It is 6:26. 6:30. It's 6:30? Yeah, 6:26, 6:30. So, remember Bob Arum. Now, let's get back into this. Remember, Bob Arum, get the likes of 400, people. Actually, get the likes of 500. Let's get the likes of 500 right now. Smash the like button. King Ish, what's going on? Get the likes of 500 right now. Michael Knight, what's going on? Let's show them that we're going to work regardless of how they want to treat us. So we're going to work. Get the likes. Robert Jeremillo, well, let me rent you up too. We've been here for a minute. It's dark in the UK because what is it? If it's 6 o'clock here and it was 11:30 over there, that's why. Steph D07, what's going on? Randy Charles, what's going on? Get the likes up to 400. Smash the like button. So now, yeah, get the likes. Get the likes to 500. Smash the like button. Get it to 500 ASAP, my peopleizations. Get the likes up to 500 ASAP, my peopleizations. So now, let's think about this, right? No GZ, what's going on? Same old, same old. Jeremiah Hall, what's going on? Miss Kibble, peace, blessings, queen. How you doing today? Miss Kibble, let me wrench you up. We always wrench up the queens. So there you go, Miss Kibble. Nelson Armstrong, what's going on? Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's going on? Unanimous opinion, what's going on? So now think about this, right? Gregory Michelangelo, I'm gonna wrench you up too. Last wrench of the day. Isaiah Wilson, what's going on? So now let's look at it from this standpoint. Money in the Ghetto, what's going on, right? Keep in mind, when the WBO ordered this, Bob Arum was not happy. Texas Pond Hopper, what's going on? He was not happy that the WBO ordered this. Remember, Bob Arum, he stated, I immediately called the WBO and asked them, why did they do this? Remember that. Kevin Mallory, 504, what's going on? Remember, he said, I immediately called the WBO and I asked them, why did they do this? And they responded. So this is lets you know he wasn't happy. Twin D, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Just supporting the grind. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Jonathan Arson, what's up, baby boy? I love you, kid. That's my son right there. What's up, baby boy? I love you, kid. So now think about this. Think about this, right? Bob Arum, he let us know he wasn't happy without letting us know he wasn't happy. Jesse, what's going on? How did we know that? Because he said, right? Hot Boy Lee, what's going on? Because he said, C Cut, what's going on? Where you been at, C Cut? Because he said, Jason Briggs, what's going on? He said, when he called the WBO, he asked them, why did they do this? Now, why would you call them and ask them, why would they do this? But more importantly, not only did he ask them, why did they do this? He said that their response let you know he wasn't happy. Dub J Lucky, my brother. Shining Light, what's going on? Dub J Lucky, I'm going to rent you up. Shining Light, I'm going to rent you up. Here's how you know he wasn't happy. Because their response. He said their response was, Naughty Crash, what's going on? Where you been at? Jemson Andre, what's going on? Remember, he said their response was, well, we gave Terence Crawford a lot of leeway already. He hasn't had a title defense in over 2 years. Cuarto Loso, my brother, what's going on? Remember, he said that the WBO told him, we gave him a lot of leeway. The Guru, what's going on? He hasn't had a title defense, a mandatory title defense in 2 years. Old school Boston Tour, what's going on, great brother? Now, for them to respond to him means he wasn't happy with them, and that was them telling him, bro, we gave him a lot of leeway. He ain't have a mandatory in 2 years. So for them to go that deep and say that, right, let you know that he was not happy that they ordered this fight. Rayful Bennett, what's going on? Brian Barron, what's going on? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Just their response alone let you know that Bob Arum was trying to tell them why is Shawn Porter my mandatory? Justin Trouble, what's going on? Because Bob wanted to keep it House. He wanted it to be Goldie DeMac. What's going on? He wants to tell us, Lee Campbell, Andre Savage, what's going on? Cashew Library, what's going on? He tells us, WCPB, a.k.a. Brandon, I'm going to rent you up too. I like you. He tells us, just like he tells Terence Crawford, oh, I'm trying to make the fights, the biggest fights for you possible. But he's really not. He wants to keep it all in-house. Just like he didn't want to make the Manny Pacquiao fight. He had to do his due diligence and attempt to get the Manny Pacquiao fight for Crawford because Crawford is growing frustrated. So he's trying to patch it up, right? But he don't really want to make those fights happen. He really wants to keep it all in-house. Right? Mr. Nice, my brother in the super chat. Salute, Blue. Showing love while at work, listening. Keep it up. Oh, I appreciate you 1,000%, man. Enjoy your day at work. TDLC, what's going on? So he did not want to, current events, EBD, what's going on? Kennard Smith, what's going on? He did not want to make these fights. Chua Coronado. I'm going to wrench you up, Chua Coronado. That's the last wrench of the day, man. Tomorrow we'll give some more wrenches. Carl Brown, Alexia Ayers. Peace blessings, Queen. LSAK Tags, my brother. What's going on? Dub J Luckett, my brother in super chat. Thanks for the wrench, great brother. Keep dropping those facts, no doubt. Mike J, what's going on? Thank you for supporting me, great brother. So I thank you more than anything. Because without y'all, I don't have nothing. So that's why I get the way I get, because they blocking my peopleizations from getting this info and coming here. And that's why I get the way I get. It's frustrating. Sinkobli Masibi, what's going on, great brother? Oh, that's the last wrench because I haven't seen him in a minute. Salute to South Africa. JB220. Chanel May, what's going on? Douglas Bronzy 13, what's going on? Rome Farrat, my brother. Janina Brissett, peace of blessings. Eric R, what's going on? So, Mansa Musa Lifestyle. Richard Britt, what's going on? So now, think about this, right? Nev's Nation, what's going on? James, what's going on? I know, James, I keep saying that, right? James, let me rent you up then, since you laughing. There you go. OMG Beats, what's going on? Zach D, what's going on? So now, yeah, get the likes up. We got 600 people, get the likes to 600. Smash it. Walter Whitaker, what's going on? Get the likes up. We got 600 people. Let's get 600 likes. So now think about this, right? I want y'all to think about this. Edwin Guzman, what's going on? He didn't want to make these fights for Terence Crawford. He had to. Sin Strong TV. Sin Strong. Man, I got to wrench up Sin Strong. See, when I do it on my phone, I can see who's wrenched up and who's not. When I'm on my laptop, I can't see my people's is wrenched up or not. Everybody looks the same. Kashief Dixon, Justin Cooper, Lechi Puma Skills, what's going on? Macados Mac of the South, what's going on? So I can see all my peopleizations that's not wrenched up when I'm on my phone. When I'm on my laptop, I can't see who's wrenched up and who's not. So I got to give, like my brother Mike G, I got to give him a wrench too. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can see who's who. And I got a lot of peopleizations. We the biggest community on YouTube, people. King Bill said no more wrenches. All right, I'm done. No more wrenches. Charles Young, what's going on? Wendell Jackson, what's going on? Big Block, what's going on? Justin Trouble, what's going on? Mike J, what's going on? Yes, sir. We the biggest on YouTube, man. We got the biggest support. Every day I see all my peopleizations. That's how I know if you're here, if you're not here. I can tell if you're here, if you're not here. I can tell how long you hadn't been here because we family. That's why. We don't have fans. We don't have subscribers. We don't have none of that. We are family. That's what we are. That's what we are. We are family. And so I can always tell, hey, that's why I asked you, where you been at? Chappelle Show 56, what's going on? GB Lifetime Videos, what's going on? I can tell when you was here and when you're not here. That's why when they told me 14% of my peoples had unsubscribed or put us on mute, come on, I know that not to be true. Chris Rod Media TV, what's going on? Tracy Jones, what's going on? Teach, what's going on? So back to this. Winston Lee, what's going on, great brother? So now, Beezy Boy, what's going on? So now, Bob Arum, he had to do the bare minimum. That's what he's doing. He's doing the bare minimum to try and attempt to get these fights for Terence Crawford, and he's telling Terence Crawford he's doing this. The real McCoy, what's going on? But he's doing the bare minimum, and Terence Crawford is accepting him doing the bare minimum and coming back and telling him, oh, well, they didn't want to take the fight. And Terence Crawford is accepting that. That is the problem. Because Terence Crawford is acceptance of Bob Arum doing the bare minimum. Like Bob Arum went and got the investment group in Abu Dhabi to put up the money for Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford fight. But when the investment group pulled out, right? Eric Salazar, my brother in the super chat, he said, salute, fam. Salute to you, great brother. James Silver said, you on vacation? No, I'm home. I'm going to take my wife and my bike after the live stream. She's trying to get out of it, but it ain't going to happen. So, Kenny Law, what's going on? Carl Brown, what's going on? So, Terence Crawford is allowing Bob Arum to do the bare minimum. Ace 92, what's going on? When Bob Arum told Terence Crawford, we got an investment group in Abu Dhabi that looking to put up the money. And when that investment group fell out, Bob Arum said, we could have made the fight for Terence Crawford in June, but we chose not to because we didn't think that was feasible for us. Drew Heff, my laptop is in Las Vegas, man. We didn't think it was financially feasible for us to put up this money. Real McCoy, my brother, what's going on? You saying 007, what's going on? At that point in time, Terence Crawford should have said, the last option has to be you. But you are still an option. What I mean by that is this. If the investment group in Abu Dhabi, investment group in Dubai, if they fall out, it falls on you. And I'm expecting you to make it happen. Albert Doherty, what's going on? But that's not what he's doing. He let the investment group, Bob Arum tell him the investment group fell out, and now you just got to deal with whatever we give you. TC Sierra, what's going on? That should not be the case when you're Terence Crawford. Via Ferrero, what's going on? I got to wrench up Via Ferrero. John Kramer, and I got to wrench up John Kramer while I can see y'all. Kevin Bridges, what's going on? Marcus Taylor, what's going on? So at those point in time, that's the time when Terence Crawford is supposed to be like, hold on, pause. The investment group fell out. I'm signed to you, Top Rank. I'm signed to ESPN. Y'all got a bag. ESPN has the bag. This is Disney. This is ESPN. They got the bag already. Okay, I understand. John Kramer, Al Jefferson, what's going on? I understand you don't want to put up the money. But guess what? If the investment group fell out, I need you to get that bag from ESPN. That's why I'm signed to ESPN. That's why I'm signed to Top Rank. I need you to give me the bag. If your plan, that's your plan. So you don't have to come out your pocket. That don't got nothing to do with me. I'm signed to you and ESPN. I'm not signed to an investment group in Abu Dhabi. So when they fell out, I need you to reach in your pocket and make it happen. Just like Bob Arum said. He said, we could have made it happen, but we chose not to. And he allowed them to choose not to. That's the problem. So here we are again, right? And Bob Arum is saying, here we are again. And Bob Arum is saying, well, Shawn Porter's not worth it. I'm going to let it go to purse bid. Right? Here we are again. So Terence Crawford, Age Fazell, what's going on? Just like Bob Arum and just like Top Rank and ESPN, just like they saying they need an outside source to be able to fund this fight. Well, Terence Crawford should be telling ESPN, no, he shouldn't be telling ESPN and Bob Arum nothing. He should be telling Shawn Porter. He should be talking to Shawn Porter right now. And he should be saying, listen, bro, we're going to go to the highest bidder. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Blue Blood Sports TV and the LDBC on YouTube. If they the highest bidders, that's where we going. Because we need an outside source just like they wanted an outside source. Twin D, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, hey, when will we know what the bags look like for the fight? We're going to know, Twin D, because they're going to have, what date? What's the date? They're going to have it on TV, Twin D. And we're going to have it right here. They're going to have it on TV, Twin D. What do you know? What would you know? They're going to have it on TV. I'm about to tell you right now. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to tell you right now. It's going to be September 2nd, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on televised. Twin D. It's going to be televised. When have you known the purse bid to be televised? Kanar Smith, my brother in the super chat. Thank y'all for giving Manny his props. Y'all could not be any fairer. That's why y'all the best. I appreciate you. Yeah, you got it. Manny's a legend, man. He's a legend. L Dub Boxing, my brother L Dub Boxing in the building. Lawrence Williams in the building. Go subscribe to my brother L Dub Boxing. POG Ski. POG Ski, why you don't got no wrench? So my thing is this, and tomorrow we're gonna be live streaming from my boys. We're gonna be live streaming from my boys' gym, boxing gym. Shout out to my brother Ninja. We're gonna be Twin D don't have no wrench. Twin D, why you don't have a wrench? You switch your account? So never had one. Wow. Ligero Pacedo Boxing. What's going on, great brother? That's because I didn't see it, because I'm when I'm on my laptop, I can't see it. That's why. You do now. So now, think about this, right? We got 700 people. Let's get 700 likes. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes all the way up. Get the likes to 700. We got 700 people. Let's get 700 likes. Smash that like button. Get it all the way up. Let's work. Eric Pryor, what's going on? So now, let's think about this, right? If you're Terence Crawford, you should be saying, you should be in contact with Shawn Porter. Bro, the WBO ordered this fight. Let's make it happen. But we're going to the highest bidder. Just like Bob Arum told us Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos did that. Remember he said that? He wasn't happy that they did it, but they did it. Deion Smith, what's going on? Right? Shawn the Icon, what's going on? Where you been at, great brother? So he wasn't happy that they did that. Remember he said, oh, essentially he let us know in the future that could affect Teofimo Lopez moving forward, because he said that True T, what's going on? Remember he said that he felt like they allegedly cahooted in behind the scenes to get the biggest money they could possibly get. Well, they're supposed to do that. If you're not willing to do it, then they are supposed to be willing to find the best way possible to get the biggest money possible. And Terence Crawford needs to find the biggest way and the best way to get all the best money possible and the biggest legacy fights possible. From round one for Terence Crawford, it needs to be about money and legacy. Nothing else. Not mandatories, not belts, nothing. I know he's en route. He's already been undisputed in his career. It would be great for him to be undisputed again at welterweight, right? But for Terence Crawford, it need not to be about belts. It need not to be about nothing else but legacy and money. And that's it. Moving forward. Not belts, not nothing. Because Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is still the biggest fight in boxing with or without the belts. It just is. They have both outgrown the belts. They just have. For Shawn Porter, right, who's a great fighter, but Shawn Porter needs the belts because he hasn't had the signature win. The biggest win is his career is Danny Garcia. So Shawn Porter is celebrated because he's always in every fight. He's never blown out. I think he has the best resume in the sport of boxing, and I think he's the most prepared in the sport of boxing. You never, ever. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Blue, Shawn Porter missed weight on the scale. I don't know how Shawn Porter ever misses weight. I have no clue. I've never, ever, ever seen Shawn Porter not in shape. Never. And guess what? Shawn Porter misses weight. It's because of too much muscle mass. He must have lifted weights or something. I don't know how Shawn Porter ever misses weight. It has nothing to do with him being out of shape. It has everything to do with just his body growth. This dude, I kid you not, Shawn Porter last fought August of 2020 against Famila. I've seen Shawn Porter at least 5 times since then. This dude is in tip-top shape right now. You never see Shawn Porter and be like, bro, got to get in shape. Ever. He's the most prepared, I think, in the sport of boxing. Now, Terence Crawford is committed. Errol Spence is now committed. I think Shawn Porter is the most committed to the sport of boxing, not named Floyd Mayweather. I kid you not. I have never, ever, like Deontay Wilder. This dude, Deontay Wilder, is never out of shape. Ever. They're never out of shape. Never. So Shawn Porter, Warrior Class 3rd, my brother in Super Chat. He said the Godfather knows more than he's leading on. Triller should have gave the $6 million on Bud for versus Porter first before Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos Jr. I agree, but it's going to take more than that to get this fight. They need to put $12 million up. They need to put $12 million up. It need to be 6 and 6. That's what it needs to be. For a fight of this magnitude, for the entertainment, this is going to be people. I want y'all to understand this. Listen to me. If there's ever a fight that we should invest in, it's this fight. Keon Carr, my brother, what's going on? If there's ever a fight that we should invest in, it's this fight. This has all the makings of the fight of the year. This is going to be Leon Robinson. What's going on? This has all the makings to be fight of the year. Andrew Robert Mancilla Carrillo. What's going on? This has all the writing to be fight of the year. Brown Squad Inc. What's going on? If there's no fight we invest in, this is it. These two dudes. Terence Crawford is never out of shape either. He's always committed as well. You never see Terence Crawford out of shape. You never see him lose. But I think Terence Crawford is his genetics. I know people like Terence Crawford, right? He's like Deontay Wilder. Their genetics, even if they ain't worked out, they would stay in shape. They just have great genetics. And Deontay Wilder and Terence Crawford, they are the type of people they eat to live. They don't live to eat. You understand? Food don't move them. Me, I'm an emotional eater. If I'm happy, I want to eat. If I'm sad, I want to eat. I'm an emotional eater. Right? Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in Super Chat. I apologize, Blue, for not checking through thoroughly first. My bad for assuming I ain't have one of the other night. But Bud is really hurt that he's just not box office. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Brooklyn Kennedy. It's his fault, though. Map S, what's going on? No, I still don't got my laptop. It's still in Vegas. It's his fault. that he's not in that position. He could have been in that position. He could have been in a much bigger star. Remember, Floyd Mayweather, he alluded, because you remember, Floyd Mayweather got to be careful, right? Because it's still a business. Remember, Christian Martinez, what's going on? Errol Spence, Duck Crawford, the Goose. Okay. You don't believe that, but okay. So, remember, Floyd Mayweather said years ago, Terence Crawford should be a much bigger star. I don't know why he isn't. I gave him the blueprint. What did that tell you? If you're Terence Crawford and you heard Floyd Mayweather say that, you should have picked up the phone and been like, hey, yo, Floyd, let me ask you a question, great brother. Steven Shepard King, what's going on? Slim Glizzy, what's going on? Bro, I know I'm under contract. I know there's not much you can do. But what can I do later on? I heard what you said. I know what you mean. But what could I do? I am Dave, what's going on? To be in a better position. That's what he should have been saying. Right? What could I do? Side of the ruler, what's going on? Immediately. No, you know what he did? You know what he did? He re-signed. He re-signed. Zach D, what's going on? He re-signed. Bro. And then you say, well, if I had the same opportunities Errol Spence and Shawn Porter and these guys had, mainly highlighting Errol Spence, if I had the same opportunities they had, I would be a much bigger star. Bro, you had the same opportunities they had. You had the same opportunities they had. What do you mean? It all, listen, I say this all the time. It's all about emotions and decisions. Brooklyn Kenny, my brother, back in the super chat. Nah, because he think his record is enough mentality. Yep. He has the, yeah, I did this, I did that. So, I always say this, and I'm going to say this again. And I'm going to need all my people I'm getting ready to start my Patreon. So I need all my people here to subscribe to the Patreon. Support the Patreon. We're getting ready to have the Patreon and the basketball channel up and running. I hope I have everything finished and done by Sunday. I'm hoping. Right? My Patreon and the basketball channel. Because I'm going to go deeper in things on the Patreon. And we're going to the basketball channel. So we're going to figure that out. It's going to be me, my brother Manuel H. And hopefully a historian is back healthy and can function. And we're gonna make it work. So I need y'all to get the likes up though to 1K. Eric Salazar, my brother in Super Chat. If Bud versus Porter exceeds Spence versus Porter in pay-per-view buys, does that create an argument for Bud to be the A side versus Spence? Oh, for sure. For sure. Especially since Errol Spence didn't get the Manny Pacquiao fight or didn't follow through with it. So if he's able to outsell, if he does that, that means he would come close to topping Errol Spence's biggest pay-per-view with a Mikey Garcia, which did 350. Him and Shawn Porter did 3.25. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the super chat, he said his record is better than Errol Spence Jr. Blue. His words. Yeah, and that's completely wrong. He said he meant his accomplishments. Zach D, what's going on? He meant his accomplishments because he's a 3-division champion. Errol Spence a 1-division champion. He's undisputed. Errol Spence has never been undisputed. So that's what he's attesting to. Jeffrey Brooks, my brother in Super Chat, and he's still going to resign, Blood. Watch and see if he don't. Bud fighting Porter is just a trick bag fight. Trick bag. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. I truly hope not, man. I hope he signs back. I mean, I personally want him to be a free agent. Fred Creech, what's going on? Map S, what's going on? Where y'all been at? Right? I personally hope that he just stays a free agent. Fight by fight like Mikey Garcia does. Right? So now, I say this, right? Everything is about emotion and decisions. Whether you make decisions based off emotions or you make decisions based off decisions. What I mean by that is this. You let your emotions dictate your decisions, or you made a decision based off of being smart. What's the best decision for me to make for the future? Not based off of emotion. right? Terence Crawford made decisions based off emotion. What I mean by that is this. He made decisions based off of loyalty. Loyalty is an emotion. Real field talk TV, what's going on? That's an emotion. He didn't make he didn't sit down with himself and say, best decision for me. No. He didn't say to himself, let me think how this is going to affect me in the future. No. He made that decision based off emotion, off of loyalty. T. Scott, what's going on? Connor Bonner, what's going on? Connor Broner, what's going on? He made that decision, oh man, I got to stay loyal to Top Rank and ESPN, so on and so forth. And that's why he signed it. Yes, it did secure him the bag. PGH Big Dog, what's going on? Yes, it did secure him the bag. You know, he makes 3-5 every fight, right? Plus an extra $1 million for a fight he don't get with Terence Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. But you can tell. What did I tell y'all before? Big Homie Cook, Warrior 28, what's going on? Triumphant, what's going on? What did I tell y'all before? Right? The Diaz 209, what's going on? What did I tell y'all before? Right? Chris X, what's going on? Regret. He'll be 34 by the next time he fight, Goalie Boily. 34. So what did I tell y'all you don't want to live in life? King E 8031, what's going on? It's regret. So you can hear the fact that he said, if I had the same opportunities that they had, I would have been a bigger star. D-Stacks TV, what's going on? Doy Warden, what's going on? Dre Finance, what's going on? But the problem is he's not realizing that you did have the same opportunities they have. You chose a different path than they did. They chose to go down. They chose to go to the right and you chose to go to the left. Now, initially, you was placed on this path and they was placed on this path. But again, remember, all of these fighters, Glenn Bob, what's going on? Remember, all of these fighters were signed to somebody else other than Al Heyman in the PBC. Tay Brown, peace, bless, Queen. How you doing? Davis, what's going on? Even Canelo Alvarez, they were signed to Golden Boy. Everybody was signed to Golden Boy. Y'all don't remember that, huh? Nate Woolbright, what's going on? They were all signed to Golden Boy. And they were all with, man, what's his name? Man, what's his name? Golden Boy and, Richard Schaefer. They was all with Golden Boy and Richard Schaefer. They all didn't go to the PBC. Hence, Canelo Alvarez. Hello? Canelo Alvarez didn't go the PBC route. He made the decision to stay with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. He could have made the decision to go to PBC himself. He chose that path. Just like Shawn Porter, Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Danny Garcia. They chose to go this way. Canelo Alvarez said, I'm going this way. So they all started off on a certain path, but they all made a decision at some point in time that benefited them in the future one way or another. So Terence Crawford, he made the choice to stay with Top Rank. Just like Canelo Alvarez made the choice to stay with Oscar De La Hoya. And they made the choice to go with the PBC. Brooklyn Kenny, my brother in Super Chat, he said, hate to throw you off, but after 33 years of Sonya is divorcing Del Curry. I know I'm off topic, but you're older and experienced. I would appreciate your thoughts if you can. I think that people just grow apart and they don't feel like putting in the work. 33 years and you go opposite ways to do what? 33 years and you choose to go in a different direction to do what? You're going in a different direction. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K. You've been together for 33 years. And you choose to go in a different direction because you quit. Big Truck Trap Star, what's going on? You quit. Jeffrey Brooks, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. I agree with getting advice from Mayweather. It seems like his family would encourage him to leave as well. The way Bob threw Bud in the trash by saying what he said just doesn't sit right with me. Facts, and it shouldn't sit right with him. If it don't sit right with us, it shouldn't sit right with him. Yeah, Leon Robinson, but even if that's the case, After 33 years of investment, you don't get those 33 years back. So let's say one of them, somebody stepped out, right? Even if somebody stepped out, there's a reason that they did that. So maybe y'all got complacent with one another. Maybe you got too familiar. Maybe you got too comfortable. 33 years? Bro. You know how many hard times they had to go through in 33 years? And now what you gonna do? Because all you know is each other. Let's say, because how old are they? They got to be 50. At least 50, right? At least 50. So, life expectancy, you say another 30, 40 years. So half their life, they've been together. That all they know is each other. You got to put in the work. If nothing else, you owe it to your kids. Even if they're grown, you owe it to them. I mean, that's just my train of thought. Wade Hap 31, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that go on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Miss Curry want to be back in them streets, Blue. She tripping. There ain't nothing out there. Broken Kennedy, my brother in the Super Chat. Both are pushing already 60. Raised 3 kids, I don't get it. They 60? Come on, man. 60, 57, and 55? Come on, man. Come on. Well, I don't get it. What you gonna do? Because you got to think. If you Del Curry, if you're a man, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Shawn Davis, what's going on? Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. It ain't what you think. Marcus Senior Elliott, what's going on? Cash Out Trey, what's going on? Josh Stotts, what's going on? Your eyes are bigger than us as men. Our eyes get bigger than our stomach, and you don't realize. It ain't what you think. And everything is work. So you're gonna stay by yourself. What you gonna do? Like, it's just not even worth it. And if you're a woman, right? This is real talk. If you're a woman, the chances of you finding a quality, committed man at 60, so you just rather be lonely? Like, instead of putting the work in? I mean, come on. Xavier Moses, what's going on? That's just me. You know, that's just how I think. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Box fans, what's going on? Wouldn't you rather finish it out with each other after 33 years? Wouldn't you rather finish it out with each other and that accomplishment? You're going to feel way more. They're never going to stop loving each other. Ever. 33 years? If nothing else, you became family. So 33 years? Bro. You became family. You so attached. It's your Sons of Times, TVHQ. What's going on? You are so familiar with each other. It's almost, it's impossible for them to move on. It's going to be impossible. Because they have, you know what happens in that situation? Ernie Martinez, what's going on? Johnny Q, what's going on? You know what happens in that situation? You don't even realize how much you have grown accustomed to your partner until you're not with your partner. So when you're trying to incorporate a new relationship, you're going to be like, man, you do this, you do that. You ain't going to be able to do it. Benjamin Harrington, what's going on? Not going to be able to do it. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1K. We should be at 1K already. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K. We should be at 1K already. Smash it. Darwood Smith, what's going on? You can't talk about what you doing, what going on in another man's house 33 years long. They've been been working. Give thanks and keep living. No, I can talk about another man's house because ain't nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing is new under the sun. So yes, I can talk. I don't have to be in a relationship for 33 years, brother. It's experience, life. All you got to do is observe life. Nothing is new under the sun. It's all a repeat. Ain't nobody do nothing different in life that hasn't already been done. This is all a repeat. It's all a rerun. It's all a rerun. That's what it is. It's all a rerun. And so I can speak what happened in that man's house because I'm a man and I know experiences just like you are. So what is he going to do? Find another wife at 60? And you think that he's going to be completely happy? No, he's not. Antonio Epps, what's going on? And if you think staying by yourself and doing things by yourself is the way to do it, no, that's not the way life was meant to be. And you've grown so familiar. There's nothing stronger in life than familiarity. Familiarity is the strongest thing in life. Comfortability and familiarity is the strongest thing in life. Period. Down to everything you do. The sneakers you wear. Joseph Obang, what's going on? Neither one of them will marry again. It's over. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K. Smash the like button. It's just the way the world works. Yeah, you could have another wife and do this and I'm happy and scant rants. What's going on? By yourself? Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. When Thanksgiving come and the holidays come and you find yourself back over there visiting and you're back with them, and then you're going to ask yourself, so what was the point in leaving? Benny Blanco, what's going on? Where's he going to spend Thanksgiving? Array Scholar, what's going on? They're going to spend Thanksgiving apart? They've been doing it for over 30. They've been married for 33 years. That's not how long they've been together. How long they've been together? They had to be been together over 33 years. So what are you going to do on Christmas? What are you going to do on Thanksgiving? They're going to come together as a family? Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the super chat. I believe she filed because she wants to test the market. Both sons in the NBA and the daughter is married to an NBA player. Why else would she want to leave? Bro, she gonna find out the hard way. A. McKinney, Pedro M. Serrano, what's going on? Oli the Funk, what's going on? Jafari sees what's going on. All you have to do in life is be observant. I always tell people this, including my family, my wife, and my kids. If you close your mouth and open your eyes and open your ears, you'll learn a lot. Close your mouth, open your eyes, open your ears, and you'll learn a lot. Boss Red 357, what's going on? Plain and simple. All you have to do, there's plenty of examples out there. Life gives you nothing but examples on a daily basis. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K. So to tell me, I can't tell you what go. Well, yeah, I can. For him to stay for 33 years and for her to stay for 33 years, they didn't do it for money. They didn't do it for the kids. They did it for each other. Darnell Schaefer, Loving Now Gaither, what's going on? Little Bounce Bright, what's going on? Boston fans, what's going on? My brother Brooklyn Kennedy back in the super chat. She might feel like she had milk and still got it. She made him. Everybody find out. They may not admit it, but they're gonna find out. Marcus Golden, what's going on? Chris X, what's going on? Fat Cat Shadow Boxing, what's going on? Hampton Ski 9, my brother. Risky Jacks, what's going on? So back to this boxing talk. Smash the like button, get the likes to 1K. My brother, Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka the historian, aka my brother, my co-host. What's going on with you, Kurt? Kurt, you coming on today? Q Lee, what's going on? C Wood, what's going on? St. Louis Mick, what's going on? Jeff Pierre Lewis, what's going on? You coming on today, Kurt? Let me know, I'll text you. So, Eric O, what's going on? So now, think about this, right? Bossigo, what's going on? Boy Warden, what's going on? Okay, yes, sir. The historian said he coming on, baby. I'm excited. Ah, he said he coming on. One Stork, what's going on? Yeah, baby. I like it like that. Peace be free. Emmanuel H, my brother, what's going on? Yeah, baby. He said life ain't got a shovel life. Johnny Q, what's going on? So let me get into this real quick. So that way I could we can get the historian on here. Side of the ruler, humble wisdom, what's going on? Richie Denby, what's going on? I wish I could find a way to put the phone lines and have Kurt on because I'm in the car, so I can't hook up both. So now Antonio King, what's going on? I remember the goal, what's going on? Dope boy, what's going on? So now smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1K. We should have been at a 1K. We should have been past 1K. We should have been past 1K. Get the likes past 1K. Jay Goods 1226. M. Barry Sean, what's going on? Get the likes. Victor Griffin, what's going on? Destin T, what's going on? My brother Emmanuel H, what's going on? So let me finish this up so we get the historian on. I want to Darnell Schaefer, what's going on? So now let's think about this, right? And you got to say to yourself, Bobby Earl never wanted this WBO. He never wanted WBO to order this fight, right? He never ever wanted that, right? T. Scott, what's going on? And Bob Arum said, if it got to, they ordered it, I would let it go to a purse bid, and I would let Al Heyman win the purse bid. So remember, Carlos Hogue-Win, what's going on? He didn't attempt to win the purse bid with Teofimo Lopez. He told us, if it was ordered by the WBO, I would allow, listen what he said. He said if it was ordered by the WBO, right? If it was ordered by the WBO, right? Then I would allow it to go to a purse bid. What did he do? What did he do? Rampage Jackson, Kelly Shaw, what's going on? He said if it was ordered by the WBO, I would allow, if Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford is ordered by the WBO, Kelly Shaw, what's going on? I would allow it to go to purse bid. What did he do? Ray Patterson, what's going on? What did he do? He allowed it to go to purse bid. Right? Just like he said he was. AJ Celestine, what's going on? Justin Hawkins, Dwayne 2111, what's going on? He allowed it to go to purse bid. Right? Then what was his second thing? All business, what's going on? That boy, all business, what's going on, great brother? Then what was the second thing? Soldier Boy 911, my brother, what's going on? What was the next thing? Randy Hernandez, what's going on? Chase, what's going on? He said, I allow it to go to purse bid. What was the next thing he said? Then I'm going to allow Al Heyman to win the purse bid. So he could be responsible for the purses. Greg Timms, he said, yo, Blue, can you please watch my fight, the Intimidator versus the Warrior? Inbox me, great brother, on Instagram. Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Righteous B, what's going on? Keith Ross, what's going on? So he said, I would allow it to go to purse bid, and then I'm going to allow Robert O'Quinn, what's going on? Then I'm going to allow Al Heyman to win the purse bid. Desmond Johnson, what's going on? Because he don't feel like the fight is worth him losing the money. Remember what he said about Keith Thurman. If Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford wanted to fight each other, I would allow Terence Crawford. Now, get this now. I would allow Terence Crawford to seek out another promoter to put up the necessary purses for the fight, promote the fight, and I'll make sure I buy a ticket and sit ringside to watch them lose money. What does that tell you? Emmanuel H, my brother in Super Chat. Blue staying on his P's and Q's, staying alert of everything moving around him. Oh, for sure. That's a must, great brother. So what did he say? He said, I would buy tickets ringside. I would make sure I buy tickets. I would promise I buy tickets ringside so I can sit ringside and watch them lose money. If you Terence Crawford and you heard that, what does that tell you? Yeah, Greg Timms, hit me up. So if you're Terence Crawford and you heard that, what was that? What goes through your mind? Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K. Fly High 89, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, Steph parents both claiming Gina, and she's currently living with a different guy right now. Wow. So they ain't been together 33 years. They've been apart. And we just now found out that they apart. Period. Michael Knight, what's going on? Vince Williams, what's going on, my great brother? So all that talk that they've been together 33 years, they ain't been together 33 years. Goat Wentz, what's going on? Ruben Langford, what's going on? Period. So anyway, what's going on? So anyway, now let's think about this, right? If you're Terence Crawford, that should have been enough to tell you, hey, bro, I'm calling Shawn Porter. I'm telling Shawn Porter, let this go to a purse bid. Tell Al don't bid on it. Let's see if we can get the highest bidder outside of both our promoters, right? And get the biggest money possible. You're giving Bob the littlest money possible, and you make your way. Period. Claude Jackson, what's going on? Jovar Lucky, what's going on? Judge Philosophical. Why do y'all care about someone else's marriage? The brother was just asking me opinion, what I think about it, because I'm a married man, and because just life. He was just asking my opinion of what I think about what they're doing. It's not that he cares about their marriage. Hola, Papa. Good. It's not that he cares about their marriage, what's going on personally in their marriage. The brother is just asking me what's my opinion on that situation. Lou Hampton, my brother, a pillar of this Blue Blood Sports TV. So he's not asking like, oh man, she's doing that, he doing. That's not what that was about. So you missed it. You missed the point, great brother. Numbers 118, what's going on? So this is a huge fight. So the biggest fight in Terence Crawford's career. Brian Nobley Barfield, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He says, salute, bro. Salute to you, great brother. I like to have the windows down. I like real air. I like fresh air. TJ Lattimore, what's going on? But, man, they keep getting super hot, man. And I'm not going to be able to do it. Heavy do what? Not going to be able to do it. We should have been at the 1K mark, at the 60-minute mark, and we're not. And I don't know why. So, please, get the likes past 1K. We should be working on 1.1K. So, with that said, right, get the likes of 1.1K. So, with that said, you know, this is going to be interesting. Viva the Vita, what's going on? St. Louis Mick, what's going on? This is going to be very, very interesting because if you're Eddie Hearn, this is a loop for you. This is a way in. This is a door. Kaz, what's going on? DP Rocco, what's going on? Jared Hancock, what's going on? Real Field Talk TV, brother in the Super Chat. Just down, want slap boxing on the undercard if it goes to Triller. Just don't want slap boxing on the undercard if it goes to Triller. Okay, I see what you're saying. You don't want no watered down undercard. I feel you. I'm not mad at you. I agree. Jeff Smith, what's going on? Yeah, I agree. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, my brother, what's going on? Go subscribe to my brother, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's going on, great brother? So, what's your name? Crazy Queen 12. Peace blessed to you, Queen. How you doing today? So, get the likes to 1.1K, please. Smash the like button. So, my thing is this, right? When you look at it from this standpoint and say to yourself this, right? And you got to say to yourself this, right? If you Shawn Porter, alias Pleasant Jr., salute, great brother in the Super Chat, much love to you. excuse me, if you're Eddie Hearn and you need a big fight outside of Canelo Alvarez, right? And Anthony Joshua, you need a big fight outside of two guys that's already signed to the platform. This is it. You paid Mikey Garcia $7 million for a non-title fight against a guy in Jesse Vargas who's not a world champion. Mikey Garcia was coming off of a loss, and you paid him $7 million. This is your loop if you're Eddie Hearn. Jeffrey Brooks, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that halfer. Dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. The problem is that Bud is not skilled on the business political side of boxing. He just wants to get the fights, but unfortunately, in this business, it's more than boxing. I agree. Paul Carrick, my brother in the Super Chat. Salute, Blue. Was great hearing Kurt yesterday. Yes, sir. He gonna be on in a few minutes. He gonna be back on in a few minutes. So now, right? My brother's keeper, what's going on? Shepherd King, what's going on? So now think about this. Now let's think about this. Joan and Lucky, what's going on? Kaz, what's going on? $7 million to Mikey Garcia. So now if you Eddie Hearn, if I'm Eddie Hearn, you gave Mikey Garcia $7 million, you gave Jesse Vargas, I think he gave Jesse Vargas, if I'm not mistaken, somebody told me he got like $3 million. Jesse Vargas. Right? That's $10 million. Jay Murder, what's going on? That's $10 million. Chronic 45, what's going on? Come up with 20 if you're Eddie Hearn. Keith Morcelli, my brother, Marcel, what's going on in the Super Chat? Get the likes up. Yes, sir. Get the likes up to 1.1K. If you're Eddie Hearn, let's hop. What's going on? I'm going to the zone. I'm saying, bro, we need $20 million. They're going to look at you like this. $20 million? Chronic 45, my brother in the Super Chat. Much love to you, great brother. They're going to be like this. Anonymous, what's going on? You need $20 million to do what? And Eddie Hearn, I'm going to say, listen, Grail Sobelli, what's going on? Victor Garcia, what's going on? Anah Israel, my brother, what's going on? You need $20 to do what? $20 million to do what? We need $20 million. We taking a chance. But we trying to woo. We trying to woo and wow and you know, we trying to get Terence Crawford over the top ring. I mean, to the zone. We trying to get him to the zone. What better way to do it? Let's wow him. Let's woo him, man. Let's pull out the red carpet. Because you set up. Because let me tell you why. Johnny Q, I'm going to tell you why. Because Eddie Hearn is not going to be a roadblock between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Eddie Hearn is not going to be a roadblock between Terence Crawford and Danny Garcia. Eddie Hearn is not going to be a roadblock between Terence Crawford and you understand what I'm trying to tell you? And these big fights at the welterweight with the PBC. See, Eddie Hearn is not preventing Demetrius Andrade from getting the fights. It's the other side that's not willing to fight Demetrius Andrade. James Johnson, what's going on? Because of what Tariq Reed, what's going on? Because of what Demetrius Andrade did in the past when he wasn't with Eddie Hearn. Maurice Hunter, what's going on? Now, I do agree that situation, he grew. He started, essentially, with Anthony Joshua. That's his cash cow. That's his darling. See Love, what's going on? So he ain't willing to lose that darling. That's why he prevented the Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder situation. Other than that, Eddie Hearn don't stand in the way. Right? He don't stand. He's not going to. The Deontay Wilder fight, Joey Ortiz, what's going on? He stood in the way. He's trying to make those fights. Remember, he said even Jamal Charlo, he admitted that Eddie Hearn reached out to them. Eddie Hearn is not trash, bro. He's not. Domingo Bonillo, what's going on, great brother? Eddie Hearn is not at all whatsoever. He'll try to make the big fights. If your name ain't Anthony Joshua and your name ain't Deontay Wilder, see, he knows. Eddie Hearn knows Anthony Joshua. It's like the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather effect. You understand? Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather effect. Manny Pacquiao was built as the man to beat Floyd Mayweather. Mr. Blue, what's going on? He got to a point where Robert Hall, appreciate you, great brother. He got to a point where he was the man to beat Floyd Mayweather, right? And when that didn't happen, his stock said, it plummeted because you was built as the man to beat Floyd Mayweather. Anthony Joshua, unfortunately for him, his career got attached to Deontay Wilder's career. And Deontay Wilder, Six Prince, what's going on? And Deontay Wilder, if he knocks out Anthony Joshua, it's over. Even more so than Anthony Joshua losing to Tyson Fury. If Anthony Joshua loses to Tyson Fury, he'll regroup because he'll be able to regroup because of the UK support for their fighters. So he lost to a fellow countryman. It won't be so bad. He'll be able to regroup. He'll be able to recover from that. But if he loses to Deontay Wilder, he will never be able to recover from that. And Eddie Hearn knows this. He will never be able to recover from losing to Deontay Wilder. He knows this. Eddie Hearn is very aware. If Anthony Joshua gets knocked out brutally by Deontay Wilder, it is over. Fresh and Focused clothing brand. What's going on? It is over. You cannot recover from that. He can't. That's why Eddie Hearn stopped that fight, especially at that time. He's not going to be able to recover from that. You understand? Triple G losing to Canelo Alvarez, he never recovered. And he didn't get knocked out. But he attached his career to Canelo Alvarez so much. He pursued the Canelo Alvarez so much that he hitched his career to Canelo Alvarez. And when he lost, his stock fell off. Whether you thought he lost legit or not, his stock fell off. Because he hitched his career to Canelo. And the day Anthony Joshua, after he beat Vladimir Klitschko, that day he opened his mouth and he said, bring on Deontay Wilder. And remember, Eddie Hearn said that was a mistake. And Deontay Wilder was ringside. Remember, Deontay Wilder said, well, he wasn't ringside. He was at the fight. But remember, Deontay Wilder said, I was going to let his career grow. But he called me out. And once he called me out, he said, let's make it happen. Remember, at the fight, Deontay Wilder said, don't wait, make the date. That was the worst thing Anthony Joshua could have done because he hitched his career to Deontay Wilder's. And from that point forward, they have been pulling each other throughout their careers. The difference is in the fashion Deontay Wilder beats his opponents. They had a sign of relief when Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury. If Deontay Wilder would have knocked out Tyson Fury in the first fight or in that second fight, right? It would have been over. The pressure on Anthony Joshua would amount so much. Mark it in, 123, my brother in the super chat. But I thought DAZN wasn't having any more fights in the U.S. Would the fight happen in the U.K.? See, the thing is, DAZN, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling y'all this. Remember, Eddie Hearn right now is trying to get DAZN to stage a fight with Dimitri Bivol in October in the States. So he's trying to get DAZN to rethink their decision. And what better way than to get Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. Soldier Boy 911, my brother in the super chat, salute and prayers up for the guru, Kurt Sugar, and the mighty Blue Blood Sports TV. Chat family, hashtag Philly Cat. Salute to you, great brother. Kevin Lyles, what's going on? My brother DOG215 in the building in the super chat. Losing on the big stage, hashtag Vegas. That's the thing, right? He can't do that. He can't. Y'all not hearing me, man. If he loses to Deontay Wilder, now, Boxing Session TBS, my brother Kyle in the building. Kyle, drop the link so people can subscribe to your channel. Go subscribe to my brother, the Boxing Session TBS, man. If he loses to Deontay Wilder now, it's not as bad as him losing to Deontay Wilder then. Now, he's already lost. We saw him stopped. He was dropped 4 times. He was stopped by Andy Ruiz. So we know it can happen. You understand? We've seen it now, right? So we know it can happen. So him losing Deontay Wilder now is still major, but it's not as major as it would have been. So with that said, right, he needs, right, to beat Oleksandr Usyk, and then I'm gonna drop another video after this live stream. But September 25th, I believe he's gonna beat Oleksandr Usyk. He beats Oleksandr Usyk, right, and things are going to change. I'm going to tell you, I got a video coming after this live stream, so I need y'all to tune in. So I'm not going to delve too deep into that. Abdul Anwar, what's going on? But I believe he's gonna beat Oleksandr Usyk. But I got another video for y'all that's coming. So, now Guy came. What's going on? So now, Eddie Hearn, you need this fight. You need this fight. You go there and you tell him, I need 10 million. I need 20 million, right? I'm going to give Terence Crawford 10 million or 12 million, give Shawn Porter 8 million. That's the biggest payday in Terence Crawford's career, and this is the biggest legacy fight in his career. This is the biggest fight in his career, and Eddie Hearn said, I'm going to give you $12 million, and I'm going to give Shawn Porter $8 million. Woo! Right? Now you tell me, because of Terence Crawford, see, why am I telling you this? It's about business model. It's about business model, right? You got to understand, Terence Crawford is a loyal person. If he signed with Bob Arum, and this is HJ, what's going on, and Bob Arum is saying all these things, and he chose to re-sign with them, so imagine this. He did that, right? So now imagine this. Cool. Mikey One, what's going on? If I give him $12 million in the biggest fight of his career, and he's a network free agent with Matchroom, we like his fights to be on Dazn. That's his home base. But we'll give him the freedom to be able to, as long as he's still connected to us and brings us along for the ride, we're going to do our best to make the fights happen with Danny Garcia, with Errol Spence, with all of these guys. And remember, Al Heyman already did business with Eddie Hearn for Errol Spence fight with Kell Brook. So they could get a deal done. It's hard for them to get a deal done. They don't like how he did things with Deontay Wilder. But in this case, they could get a deal done. So if I'm them, I'm saying, listen, let me get B-Bots, what's going on? Maurice Hunter, what's going on? Let me get Terence Crawford over here. Now you have Terence Crawford, Anthony Joshua, and Canelo Alvarez. You have Canelo Alvarez, Anthony Joshua, and Terence Crawford. You got him the biggest fight of his career, and now you tell DAZN, bro, he beat Shawn Porter. We have Terence Crawford. We stand a chance to sign Terence Crawford, and then now you got both biggest fights in boxing. Y'all not hearing me. If you Eddie Hearn, now you have both the biggest fights in boxing. What you mean, Blue? Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury. You have Anthony Joshua. The biggest fight in boxing at that time is going to be Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. And then you have Terence Crawford, the second or the first biggest fight, however you choose to look at it. Now you have Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. And then you have Canelo Alvarez beats Caleb Plant. Now you got the first Mexican undisputed super middleweight champion in history. He's gonna be the first Mexican major belt holder in the history of sport of boxing. Why am I counting out Usyk? Because I'm not a believer in Usyk. I like Usyk as a person. He's a good fighter. I think he's overrated, and I think Anthony Joshua is gonna knock him out. And I could be wrong. Won't be the first time. Jesus Valdez Carranza, what's going on? I could be wrong. La D, peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? I could be wrong, but I think I'm not a believer in Usyk. I don't think he could beat Anthony Joshua. I don't think that the fight goes past 6 rounds. I think Anthony Joshua beats Usyk in 6 rounds. Rontrell Randall, what's going on, great brother? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think go past 6 rounds, man. I don't. And I could be wrong. But nah, if your name ain't Wilder and Fury, I don't think you beating Anthony Joshua. DeAndre Johnson, what's going on? Abraham, what's going on? Matthew Business, what's going on? Not going past 4. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to give him more credit than that. Flo Green, what's going on? Tax Tag, Malik Sincere, what's going on? Melvin Davis, what's going on? I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. Real Phil, my brother. I don't see it. You know, and this is Fred Mill. What's going on, Fred Mill? B&B Boxing News. What's going on, great brother? You know, it's not to slight Usyk. I think he's better at cruiserweight than at heavyweight. I don't see it. I didn't see it against the what's his name, Chaz Witherspoon. I wasn't impressed by that fight, and I wasn't impressed by his Derek Chisora fight. I think Derek Chisora, if he was in better shape, he could have beat Usyk. He wasn't in good shape at all whatsoever. Chills. What's going on? He was out of shape, badly out of shape, and that's why you got the results you got. If he was in shape, come on. These balls, what's going on? Bricks down 7-3, what's going on? Kevin Rayford, what's going on? If he was in shape, I think that D Matt, what's going on? I think that Derek Chisora wins the fight. Wade Higgins, what's going on? Rico Beeler, what's going on? I don't think that he's the goods at heavyweight. At cruiserweight, he can make some rattle some. At heavyweight, no, I don't see it. No. Marlon Primos, what's going on? Chen Smoke, what's going on? I just don't see it. It's not to slight him, I just don't see it, man. Chen Smoke, where you been at? Let me get the historian up on here, man. So, yeah, man, I just think that it just makes sense for Eddie Hearn because Terence Crawford would sense that loyalty. Terence Crawford would be like, man, you a believer in me? You gonna give me $12 million for the biggest fight of my career? And then if you're Eddie Hearn, Texas Bulldog Boxing, what's going on? And then if you're Eddie Hearn, in my opinion, this is what I would do if I'm Eddie Hearn. Let me tell y'all. DeJuan Roberts, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute Blue in chat. Porter could derail that party. I think the zone will be worried about the Roy because Bud could lose. Yeah, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The fact that they believe in Terence Crawford would get Terence Crawford to resign to the zone and Eddie Hearn, because this is a 50-50 fight. You gonna give me the biggest payday of my life for the 50-50 fight, for this fight? You believe in me. You got to think Bob Arum doesn't believe in him. So you believe in me. You're gonna give me the biggest money in my career. You believe in me. Fred Mill, I'm gonna rent you up. Devontae Richardson, what's going on? Let's rent you up, Fred Mill. I like Fred Mill. So you believe in me. You're gonna give me the biggest money in my career. Why wouldn't he want Abraham said White doesn't duck anybody. Sure he does. You want me to give you an example? Smash the like button. Get the lights to 1.2K. Get them lights up. You said White don't duck anybody. Jared Hancock, I'll rinse you out, great brother. You want me to show you? Deontay should have fought White. Why should he have? You want to ride this train with me, great brother? Abraham, why should Deontay Wilder have fought Dillian White? Please explain to me what Dillian White did that Deontay Wilder, you saying Deontay Wilder should have fought him. Why? Harry Jones Jr., what's going on? Please explain to me, why should he have fought Dillian White? What did he do? What did he do? Has he even fought for a major world title? Rico McCall, what's going on? Sherman Callahan, what's going on? I'm pretty sure he was mandatory. Pretty sure means you're not sure. Pretty sure means you're not sure. So I'm pretty sure he was not. And by the time he did become the mandatory, he got knocked out. So please explain to me why Deontay Wilder should have fought him. Because Eddie Hearn told you he should fight him? King Zeus, what's going on? You know this all started because Eddie Hearn said, Will Latimer, what's going on? Because Eddie Hearn said, oh, before he fights Anthony Joshua, he should fight Dillian White. You know that's where that started? Did you know that? Did you know, Billy Bud, what's going on? Did you know that's how that started? Because he said, oh, he should fight Dillian White first. And then Deontay Wilder said, I'll fight Dillian White. as long as you put Anthony Joshua in the contract on the back end. After I beat Dillian White, you guarantee me that I'll fight Anthony Joshua. And Eddie Hearn said, no, that's not fair to Anthony Joshua. But he was getting ready to do it right now with Anthony Joshua. When Anthony Joshua had a fight with Kubrat Pulev, they agreed to a 2-fight deal with Tyson Fury before he fought Kubrat Pulev, who was his mandatory. And Eddie Hearn said that it wasn't fair to put Deontay Wilder in the contract because he had to fight his mandatory in Alexander Povetkin, and it wasn't fair to Anthony Joshua to have that hanging over his head when he still had to fight Alexander Povetkin first. He said the same thing when it came to Andy Ruiz. He said, after we get past Andy Ruiz Jr., June 1st, which was supposed to be Jared Big Baby Miller, then it was supposed to be Dillian White, who Dillian White turned down the fight. You said Dillian White don't avoid no fights. He don't duck no fights. Dillian White turned down the fight with Anthony Joshua, the rematch with Anthony Joshua June 1st, after Jarrell Big Baby Miller was pulled from the fight. Dillian White was offered to fight Anthony Joshua, and he said, no, I need more than 7 weeks to prepare for Anthony Joshua. I need 8 weeks at least to prepare for Anthony Joshua. He turned down the rematch for a unification bout with Anthony Joshua, okay? Because he said he needed another week. This is just the facts. And so, he needed another week. You just said he didn't turn down any fights. If you don't turn down fights, you don't turn down fights. Don't tell me you don't turn down fights. But, no, there's no but. If you don't turn down fights, you don't turn down fights. Period. You said he don't duck no fights. He was offered a 7-week training camp to fight Anthony Joshua in the States at Madison Square Garden. He ducked Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua said, you've been running your mouth for a rematch. Now I'm going to give you the opportunity. And he turned it down. So then they turned their attention to Luis Ortiz. And Luis Ortiz turned it down. That's how Andy Ruiz got the fight. So he said, and so then Eddie Hearn said, I will contact Deontay Wilder June 2nd after Anthony Joshua beats Andy Ruiz. But I can't do it before that. But he did it before that when he signed a 2-fight deal, quote unquote, with Tyson Fury when he had Kubrat Pulev on the table. So what do you mean you can't do it? You did it before. So there you have it, great brother. And Dillian White got knocked out. He's never been a world champion, nor has he ever fought for one of the 4 major world sanction bodies. Never have. And when he was the mandatory for the WBC, he got knocked out by an old man in Alexander Povetkin. So what do you know? There you have it. Now, he beat Povetkin. Brother, what's wrong with you? You didn't see him get stoned by Alexander Povetkin? David Scott III, what's going on? Now let me get the historian up on here. Romel Lane, what's going on? He beat Alexander Povetkin. Yeah, in the rematch. He got knocked out the first time. The first fight he got knocked out, did he not? That's when he was the mandatory. After he got knocked out, he was no longer the mandatory. What are we talking about? Thanks for your services, great brother. Appreciate you. Now let me get my historian up on here. I don't know what I've been missing. Always perfect love. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.2K. It took some time for me. Breezy Cool.
Yo.
We got the Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
I'm chilling, man. I'm just taking it easy today. What's going on, Blue and family? What's up, chat?
Man, how you feeling today, Kurt? Man, I'm just excited to have you on, man, Kurt. I'm just excited to have you back, man.
Oh, that's a good thing, my brother. My good brother, as you would say.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
excited to be on, man. And, I'm glad I'm back talking in boxing talk, man. And, glad to see the chat, the family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So, Kyle, I was talking about battle ready fitness defense. What's going on, great brother? I was talking about Eric. Oh, what's going on? I was talking about uh, uh, what Eddie Hearn, the possibility of Eddie Hearn. Somebody told me that we could possibly get Matchroom, DAZN, Eddie Hearn looking to put up some big money to try to win this purse bid for Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. And so I was saying that if that holds to be true, that would be a very, very smart move because remember DAZN just recently announced that they wasn't going to have any more fights in the U.S. this year for the remainder of this year. And Eddie Hearn, he just stated that he was trying to get DAZN to rethink that stance, and he wanted DAZN to put on a fight with Dimitri Bivol in October. And so I said, well, why not? Salute to James Diamonds in the super chat. He said, welcome back, Kurt. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
So I said that would be a great thing because we know Terence Crawford is loyal. So if you give Terence Crawford the biggest fight, Mr. Kaboom, what's going on? You deliver him the biggest fight, and you pay Mikey Garcia $7 million, and I've heard that they paid Jesse Vargas around $3 million. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. But I know they paid Mikey Garcia $7 million.
Your Vargas got $3 million.
Well, you got $3 million, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's $10 million, Kurt, for two guys coming off of losses and a non-title fight. So Eric Williams, brother in the super chat, he said, salute Blue and Kurt. We need that Sunday night show or the Sunday night show. Oh, for sure. DJ 7 for life. What's going on? Lennox was best. What's going on? So I said that they should go, Eddie Hearn should go to DAZN because this is Terence Crawford's last fight. So he should go to DAZN and say, listen, we need $20 million for this fight. Because now you get $20 million. You pay Terence Crawford 12. You give Shawn Porter 8. This is a huge fight. The biggest fight in Terence Crawford's career. Terence Crawford, at that point in time, in my opinion, Kurt, would be, he would look at it from the standpoint, oh, y'all believe in me. Bob don't believe in me, but y'all believe in me. Y'all willing to give me big money for the biggest fight in my career. You're going to deliver the biggest fight in my career and give me the biggest purse in my career. And now I'm be a free agent. What's the chances of him not signing with them? You see what I'm saying? And then, Kurt, he signs with them. And let's say Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, or even vice versa, right? Eddie Hearn, you hold the cards to the two biggest fights in boxing because you got Anthony Joshua and you got Terence Crawford. So you got the biggest fight heavyweight for undisputed, and you got the biggest fight at welterweight with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. And you're going to get back that $20 million. Easy. What you think about that, Kurt?
Well, yesterday, I was telling people how DAZN made a mistake by trying to conquer the American market without an American fight or an elite American fighter. If he wants to do that, I don't know about the word conquer, but make a dent in the American market, I always say he needed an American fighter, and he tried to get these guys. He reached out to Charlo. He mentioned Tank Davis. Eddie Hearn is a good boxing promoter. He gets the fighters paid. He wants to see the best fights. This is a great opportunity to do that, to make a dent in the American market by outbidding everybody to get the Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter fight. Mm-hmm. And if he could give Terence Crawford the highest paid payday of his career, more than likely Terence Crawford was signed to DAZN. And now Eddie will have Joshua Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, three of the most popular fighters in boxing, three of the best fighters in boxing. But I would not be surprised if he outbids everybody, because this fight right here, it will mean a lot to not only Crawford and Spence and him, but to DAZN. This is a grand opportunity to get two well-known elite American fighters on his platform.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if after that Terence Crawford don't sign with Eddie Hearn, or at least partnership with Eddie Hearn, well, that would speak volumes. But for Dazn, that's what they need, Kurt. Imagine if they could finish out their career with Terence Crawford. Salute to the brother Marky Dan 123, brother in the super chat. He said, imagine if Matchroom get Canelo, AJ, and Bud. That's what I'm saying. So they have the biggest fight in heavyweight, as long as Anthony Joshua beats Alexander Usyk, as I expect him, and I'm sure you do. And now you got the undisputed match in heavyweight. Now Terence Crawford beats Shawn Porter, and imagine if he beats Shawn Porter in a fashion that we've never seen Shawn Porter beaten, and he does it on your platform. Because remember, Kurt, if they win the purse bid, that means this fight will be on Dazn. So everybody is going to be interested to see Terence Crawford in the biggest challenge of his career. All eyes are going to tune into Dazn for this. Picasso, what's going on? Kurt, all eyes would tune into Dazn to see this fight. This is the biggest challenge of Terence Crawford's career. And this is arguably the last opportunity for Shawn Porter to make a statement. So you're going to get the best version of Shawn Porter. I think in this fight, Kurt, I think we're going to get the best version of Shawn Porter, because Shawn Porter knows this is it. If you don't beat Terence Crawford, you lost to Errol Spence, you lost to Kell Brook, you lost to Keith Thurman, and now you lose to Terence Crawford. You become a gatekeeper. You become a glorified gatekeeper at that point in time. Even if it's close, it's still always going to be viewed as, well, you couldn't get over the hump. So if Shawn Porter is going to bring his absolute, I think he's going to be a better version than we saw against Errol Spence. Because he knows, Kurt, this is it. After that, Kurt, he's going to be fed to the Jerome Boots Ennises, the Virgil Ortizes of the world, to see how they fare against if they can get past Crawford. That's what he's gonna be. He's gonna become Zab Judah, somebody with all the talent, with a big name, that was a world champion, is a future Hall of Famer, but in the biggest fights they just couldn't get over the hump. H-Town 713, what's going on? What you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, that's one of many ways you can look at this scenario. Shawn Porter is a very good fighter. I underestimated Shawn Porter when he took on Errol Spence. He showed me that, man, this guy can fight. This guy can fight. Nobody blows out Shawn Porter. Mm-hmm. If Shawn Porter makes it competitive, they can have a rematch on Dazn. Eddie Hearn wins. If Crawford blows out Porter, we already know how good Crawford is. We'll be like, man, this guy is better than we thought. He blew out Shawn Porter. Mm-hmm. You know, he will be getting a hot fighter in Crawford, but remember other avenues. If he gets past Porter and he signs with Dazn, that Ortiz and Crawford fight will be so easy to make, because Ortiz is on Dazn. Mm-hmm. There still may be an issue with Spence, but I feel more confident Crawford being on Dazn than I do Top Rank. Bob Arum is not going to outbid anybody, because Bob Arum don't believe in today's fighters. He doesn't believe in the landscape of boxing. He's losing money constantly. He said on Crawford, he doesn't look at Crawford Porter being a high-profile fight like we view it. You know, this guy promoted Hagler Hearn, so he's losing money. So I truly believe if Eddie Hearn and Dazn want to move in on the American market and make a splash, then he better to outbid everybody for this fight. You got to Crawford has opponents. You know, you can make the Thurman fight. There's money to be spent now, because there's not a stranglehold on Terence Crawford. You know, you can work out Spence, you can work out Thurman, You can get Ortiz. He's on his own. You can have a rematch with Porter if the fight is close. So there's opponents. There's 3, 4, 5 opponents that Crawford can fight. You know, so if I'm Eddie Hearn, I'm really thinking about outbidding everybody to get this fight.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't even think about that, Kurt. Like you said, if he beats Shawn Porter, even if you don't get the Errol Spence fight next, you still got Virgil Ortiz Jr. on your platform, and that's another big fight. Give me a Gatorade.
Huh?
A Gatorade. Right? That's another big fight, Kurt. Virgil Ortiz. And that's, like you said, that's a bridge fight. If Terence Crawford beats Virgil Ortiz, okay, now we can still look to make, Keith Thurman fight, right? Or Ugas fight, or there's options until you get to the Errol Spence fight. And Kurt, I was just saying that Eddie Hearn is a good promoter. Now, when it came to the situation with him, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, that was a homegrown situation. He didn't want Joshua's stock to drop, right? His career is attached to Anthony Joshua like Freddie Roach has been to Manny Pacquiao. So I don't think that he wanted to have Joshua lose to Deontay Wilder. But on the flip side of that, everybody else, he tries to make the fights. He tried to make the fights with Demetrius Andrade. It's Demetrius Andrade's past, Kurt, that's hindering Demetrius Andrade from getting these fights. Ringside Views, what's going on? His past is hindering him from getting these big fights. Cyrod King, what's going on? Zach D, what's going on, Zach D? Where you been at? And so I think that, box fans, what's going on? Nicholas Simmons, what's going on? Gio James Khalil 98, Yukim Idewing, Real T Rye, Eric Williams, Devontae Richardson, Talib Cunningham, what's going on, great people? So I think that it's more so Demetrius Andrade past and the way he did business in the past that's hindering him from getting the big fights. I don't think it's necessarily Eddie Hearn. He tries to get Devin Haney to fight. He tries. And the difference between Devin Haney, Kurt, and the difference between Coach Show Drive Raceball, what's going on? Professor X, what's going on? The difference between Devin Haney and Demetrius Andrade is Terence Crawford is already accomplished. It's not the same. Trying to get him to fight is not the same thing. Because it's like he's not Canelo Alvarez. It's when you got Canelo Alvarez, you got Anthony Joshua, Terence Crawford, you don't have to try to get them fights. It's just all about making the fights. Demetrius Andrade is a low reward. Low risk, low reward. What do you get out of fighting Demetrius Andrade? You see what I'm saying? You don't get anything out of fighting Demetrius Andrade. But if you fight Terence Crawford, you get something out of fighting Terence Crawford, or Canelo Alvarez, or Anthony Joshua. And the same goes for Devin Haney right now, right? Devin Haney is a high risk, low reward right now, right? You're not going to get much out of Devin Haney's the champion, and so that's some of these guys like Gary Russell, I don't understand how they can't make these fights, but Devin Haney is only 22 years old, so they can use that. Well, Devin Haney, what has he done in his career? Who's he beat? So on and so forth, right? They could do that with Devin Haney. They can't do that with Terence Crawford. So you get Terence Crawford, right? Oh yeah, and another thing, Lala D just made me think. He got Conor Benn too, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
He got Conor Benn. So there's plenty of fights to be made. If right now, Kurt, if Terence Crawford was with Eddie Hearn right now, you got to say to yourself, they'll make that Keith Thurman fight happen in a nanosecond. Malik Miller, what's going on? Kelly Shaw, what's going on? They would make that Keith Thurman fight happen in a nanosecond. because he would give Keith Thurman an offer he couldn't refuse. When Keith Thurman said, Kurt, he wanted $10 million, Eddie Hearn would have been like, I don't know about 10, but we'll get you 8. You see what I'm saying, Kurt? I don't know about 10, but we're gonna get you 8. You know what I mean? And that Keith Thurman would take that fight. He's sitting on the shelf right now. And another fight, Kurt, he could get a Mikey Garcia fight.
Yep. Easy. He'll make it happen. So if I'm Eddie Hearn, I'm all in. But how you see this purse bid going, and who you see bidding on this? Because I don't think. Do you see Bob Arum putting up big money for this, or Al Heyman, Kurt? Oh, absolutely not. Al Heyman, he has Earl Spence, so he figured I have the ace card in my deck. So why would I want to outbid for tens of millions of dollars to get a guy who's a rival, and I got the guy who's the guy in the welterweight division? So that's how Al Heyman's going to look at it. Bob Arum's going to look at it. I'm not going to win. He's worried about money, losing money at this time in his career, and being the age he is. He doesn't want to spend millions of dollars on Crawford and Porter. It's just not worth it in his eyes. So that leaves Eddie Hearn, who can make a splash in the American market. He always wanted a marquee American fighter, Tank Davis, Charlo, or Terence Crawford, Earl Spence, somebody like that. It changes things. And Crawford has to afford it. So if Hearn gets the fight, he wins and Crawford wins, because now Crawford has some wiggle room financially, and Hearn could give him the opponent to pay them. Like you said, if Thurman's out 110 and he gets 8, that's a win for Thurman. That's a big fight. Crawford and Thurman is a huge fight. Crawford and Ortiz will be a huge fight in Texas because of the fan base Ortiz has. Crawford and Mikey Garcia. So, Crawford and Hearn to win every which way around if Hearn outbid everybody for the fight. So we have to wait and see on September 2nd.
And that's what I said. Salute to OG Eric in St. Louis. Kelly Show, what's going on? Bobo, what's going on? Big Brother in Life, what's going on? D Brown, what's going on? Yeah, smash the like button, people. LeVar Cooper, what's going on? Where you been at, great brother? Myron Smith, what's going on? Chris Brooks, what's going on? Share my life, what's going on? And so that's my thing, Kurt. If I'm Eddie Hearn, like you said, Kurt, if you Eddie Hearn and you get this fight, you got Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford on your. He wins the fight, right? Now you get, let's say you say, okay, we ain't gonna get Errol Spence next. Okay, we got Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford. Now you say, all right, Terence Crawford, now we're gonna get you the Keith Thurman fight or the Mikey Garcia fight. Big George 850, what's going on? Now we're gonna get you the Mikey Garcia fight, or we're gonna get you the Keith Thurman fight. They're gonna make one of those happen. So you got Shawn Porter, then Mikey Garcia, Keith Thurman. That's major for Terence Crawford. Leandro Guthrie Jr., brother in the super chat. When is the bidding closed and decided? September 2nd. September 2nd. So what?
Remember,
go ahead, Kurt.
Remember something, man. Danny Jacobs came to the zone, and he said he started touching those M's, meaning millions. Kevin Farmer was getting $500,000 a fight, fighting nobody. Remember that? Yep. Vargas got $3 million. Mikey Garcia got $7 million. Gennady Golovkin cleaned up, fighting nobody down the zone. Tens of millions of dollars. So they throw money around, and Crawford is better than everybody. What's his name? So he would definitely respect Crawford, unlike Bob Arum. It would be good for Crawford if Hearn outbid everybody and get the fight.
Because imagine if you get Terence Crawford to fight Shawn Porter, Then you give him the fight Mikey Garcia or Keith Thurman, and then Errol Spence, Kurt. The zone, and then in between that, Kurt, you still got Canelo fighting. You still got Joshua fighting. You see what I'm saying? Y'all the marquee. You the marquee platform. And then, Kurt, you can throw your weight around, right? Because now you can say, well, why Jamal Charlo ain't fighting Demetrius Anthony? You see what I'm saying, Kurt? Because so many people, eyes is going to be on the zone at that point in time. It's going to be like, Shawn T, what's going on? Right? Why isn't this guy fighting this guy? You understand what I'm saying? And there's big money moving around.
Yeah, see, Hearn made 2 mistakes since he got on his own. The first one was the arrogance. He had a plan thinking that they was going to overtake the American market because he felt that they had the more popular fighters. He kind of misunderstood what was going on in the American market, and he underestimated it. The second mistake, he did get in the way of Wilder and Joshua. He played big brother to Joshua because they had so much money invested in Joshua. He wasn't sure if Joshua could beat Wilder. So he definitely got in the way of that fight. They didn't want to fight Wilder. But anything else, he got fighters paid. He signed them, and he got them paid. He signed them. He signed Demetrius Andrade and Mikey Garcia for one fight. Plus, they've been a lot of good quality fights on the zone. And another thing is, if he signs Crawford and Crawford and Porter wind up being on the zone, that's going to bring some more American viewers. I don't know how many, but who will want to miss that fight? Mm-hmm. Nobody's not going to miss that fight. Not in the in the boxing community.
Right.
People want to see that's a great fight right there. So that's going to bring subs. Mm-hmm. How many? I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to be an avalanche of subs, but that fight, hey, you put together a good fight, people will come. I don't care what app or what channel, people will come. So people will sub for that Crawford and Porter fight.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Imagine that. Imagine they get Crawford and Shawn Porter. And Eddie Hearn is a shrewd businessman, right, Kurt? I'm taking the fight easy to win. What's going on? Because if you give Shawn Porter $8 million, you're gonna take the fight wherever you want, right? I'm telling Shawn Porter we're gonna fight in Omaha. Sold out. Southern T Boxing and Sports. What's going on? Wilbert's Comfort, Omaha. My brother, what's going on? Where you been at? We going to Omaha, or we going to Madison Square Garden. We going to Madison Square Garden.
That's how the zone got me. We were all, and I'm guilty of it too. We were all bashing the zone when it first came out because we didn't like the arrogance of Eddie Hearn. Because remember, their first card, Notre Dame was playing. They had a huge MMA fight. They had another college football game on. And he thought he was just going to come in and do whatever he wanted. And he found out the hard way. And, in America, it doesn't work like that. Mm-hmm. But we was all bashing the zone. But when they started putting on quality fights, one after the other, and they had that World Boxing Super Series, I said, oh, Kurt, hold up, wait a minute now. I subbed to the zone. Because they reeled me in by putting together quality fights.
Mm-hmm. And that's my thing. Like, people don't understand. Terence Crawford was sell out Nebraska. See, when you say Jonathan 97, what's going on? Jack T, what's going on? See, people, we thinking small with it, right? We saying, oh, that I saw brother Kaz said that wouldn't be smart, right? It would be smart because nobody said you had to fight in a small stadium. You could fight in a bigger stadium in Nebraska. Terence Crawford is going to sell out in Nebraska. The point is to sell out the stadium. It don't matter how much you can sell the tickets and sell out the stadium. It don't matter where the stadium is at. Junior Walker, what's going on? Uppercuts Boxing Nation, what's going on? It don't matter, Kurt, where the stadium is at. It's just about selling out the stadium. The ticket price is going to be the same if it's at Madison Square Garden or if it's in Omaha, Nebraska. You sell the tickets for the same price. Marvin Rollins Jr., what's going on? What you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, it doesn't matter where the fight is staged. You want to put families in the seats. The Omaha, Nebraska, Madison Square Garden, Atlanta, T-Mobile Arena, it doesn't matter. You put it in Nebraska, I mean, it will give Crawford a home arena advantage, but, you there to sell the fight out. People will come. How many fans to come see Crawford when he fights for Omaha, Nebraska? 16 to 18,000? 14 to 16,000?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So imagine that Shawn Porter.
Right. And
people from out of town be coming in, and it's a big fight.
Right.
It's 17,000. It will sell out. It really would.
Yep. Stu Baby Love TV, what's going on? Oh, he said I wasn't talking to y'all. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Cass. He said I'm having a separate convo. My fault. I stand corrected.
There's a reason why Jamal Hearn is fighting Shakur Stevens in Atlanta, because Tank Davis made it a hot spot for boxing again. Since the days of Evander Holyfield coming up in the ranks and Muhammad Ali coming back to fight Jerry Quarry, when he came back from his 3-year suspension, Atlanta was a hotbed for boxing. So, towns like Philadelphia, Atlanta, Indianapolis used to be big. You fought in the fighter's hometown. If he was defending the title, the challenger not only had to take the title, but they had to do it in the champion's hometown.
Mm-hmm.
That was the formula of boxing in the 70s and 80s.
Yep. K. Molly at 504 said, I'll be there. Yusuf Nuruddin, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. What's the over-under on Triller dropping that half a dub? 10 million on the purse bid. I don't know about Triller. 3 states below. What's going on? Yusuf Nuruddin. I don't know about Triller getting involved. And the reason I don't know about Triller getting involved is because they're struggling right now with this. They got this fight with George Kambosos, Teofimo Lopez, and Kurt. I'm hearing it really is going to be on Tuesday.
That's strange, man. That's really strange.
On Tuesday? Jesus Valdez Carranza, brother in the super chat. I'll fight for the million. Who down? Salute all. Yeah, me too. Elijah Hannon, what's going on, great brother in the super chat? Much love to you. Yeah, Kurt. So I'm hearing that it's really going to be on Tuesday. They're really looking at Tuesday, Kurt. In New York. Tuesday in New York? And what is it? October?
October 5th.
Yeah.
My born day.
Yeah. Right, Kurt? October 5th in New York? On Tuesday? In New York? I don't think so. No, brother, I don't know how much Triller wants to get involved in boxing after this. Romero Harris. Go ahead, Kurt.
I was going to say that their experiences with Teofimo has not been a smooth one. There has not been a smooth transition. They probably regretting getting involved in boxing. You just can't have a company who could throw around tens and tens of millions of dollars thinking it's going to be a success. You have to understand the business. You have to understand what people want to see. They overbid it for that Teofimo Kambosos fight, but they probably won't bid. I'll be surprised if they bid for the Crawford and Porter fight. They're more like an entertainment type of thing. They try to throw boxing in there, but they're more entertainment than anything. I think that's the way they're going to go.
And now they have I don't know if you heard, Kurt, but they have Lou DiBella as the lead promoter on this now. So that makes sense when I found that out, because Lou DiBella loves to do fights Tuesdays and Fridays.
Right. Right.
And so at Madison Square Garden, that's on call for him. That's on par for him. That's what he likes to do. He loves to do those weekdays fights. So, so my brother L Dub Boxing, my brother Lawrence Williams, he told me that, Kurt, that Lou DiBella, because I didn't even know that he's gonna be the lead promoter. So that's what Lou DiBella loves to do. He puts on fights in New York on the week during the week. That's what he loves to do.
Yeah, that's true. And the biggest fight I can remember on a weekday was Ernie Shavers versus Ron Lyle. It was in Denver, Colorado on a weekday, Tuesday and Wednesday, in a snowstorm. And guess how many people showed up?
How many?
20,000.
Wow.
20,000. 20. It was sold out. 20,000.
Wow.
And the fight, they didn't even carry that fight. Somebody camcorded it. So we were very fortunate to see it through a camcorder.
L Dub Kurt, he said Bo versus Galata was on a Thursday, July 11th, 1996 as well.
Yeah, that's true. At the Garden. Yeah, that's when they had that melee.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true. Well, this is not new. They used to have fights all the time. Weekday, they just stopped having them. But because you can afford to have fights on a weekday, because boxing fans are different. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with fighters and boxing. The fan is different. So the climate is different. You may go to a fight and see people on their cell phones and booing when there's no action. If you look at the old fights, they never booed if a fighter was moving around the ring and throwing no punches. They never booed because they respected boxing. The boxing mind and the boxing climate is different because the boxer fan is different. The boxing fan used to be pure back then. Mm-hmm. They're not pure. You have a hip hop crowd in Atlanta. Tank brings that out. They're there to see a fight, but they also there to go to the after party. They on social media, on their phone and stuff. Boxing fans before used to carry newspapers and stuff like that. It was completely different than what it is now.
Mm-hmm. Who timed out Dr. Hook, man? Don't time out Dr. Hook. Boxing True Serum, my brother in the super chat. Blue, thanks for all the hard work. Thank you, great brother. Why y'all time out Dr. Hook, man? Don't time out Dr. Hook. He family, man. Don't time out Dr. Hook. So how you think this fight, Harry Jones Jr., what's going on, great brother? How you think this would, Jackson Sports Channel, what's going on? How this would go on your birthday, Kurt, here in New York? Rocco 3, what's going on, great brother?
They will give away some tickets. It will look full, but it won't be ballyhooed at any means because Teofimo's not that kind of fighter. He lost momentum for the Lomachenko fight. He should have built on it. Any momentum he had, he lost. Kambosos is very unknown. You're never going to see an empty arena because they give tickets away like they did Canelo, Rocky Fielding. Nobody cared about that fight. But there were fans in the seats because they had to make it look good. So they give away tickets to corporations and companies and, people who don't like boxing will just go on. It's something to do on a Tuesday night.
And and the thing, Kurt, is it's on pay-per-view, though.
Yeah.
Jay Reed, what's going on? It's on pay-per-view, Kurt.
If I didn't know any better, they're trying to bury Teofimo if I didn't know any better. But put the fight on the pay-per-view on a Tuesday, it doesn't look good for Teofimo, the numbers. It doesn't look good. He's thinking himself as a star. Like I said, he messed up his momentum by waiting so long. This fight been scheduled and rescheduled. So Tuesday, October 5th, pay-per-view. Wow.
Yeah, that it's one thing to have a fight. TDLC, what's going on? It's one thing to have a fight on the Tuesday. It's another thing for it to be pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother subject, Kurt. Because who's staying up late to pay for a pay-per-view, like pay-per-view? That's like on a Tuesday. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I wonder if Triller happy now about all the bumpy road that they facing for this Teofimo Cambosa fight. If the fight is not that good, and if it comes out one-sided, then Triller lost because they overbid it for the fight.
Hmm. And that's another thing, right, Kurt? Uh, uh, um, that's why I said calls Malagon. What's going on, great brother? Vince Williams said Tuesdays are for tacos. Bobo said Wednesday is a huge fight day in Australia, Kurt. So it would be Wednesday by the time the fight is happening.
Yeah, and I know Wednesday's a huge boxing day in Australia, and New Year's Eve is a huge day in Asia for
Yeah.
boxing. Very, very huge.
Hmm.
It's like a holiday,
Hmm.
New Year's Eve boxing. But you need American people to make this thing thrive. And if nobody watches the fight, then it's a failure.
Hmm.
It's a failure.
Yeah, man, on 20, and but that the pay per view is only $20, right, Kurt?
Right.
That tells you everything you need to know about that as well, right? It tells you that they don't think it's going to do well either. They're just trying to recoup their money back with putting it on for $20.
Mm.
I'm like $20 on a Tuesday.
Yeah. And the people don't understand the business. The boxing fan is different. That's why boxing is not where it was. Remember, they had boxing on Tuesday night fights in the 90s. The boxing fan was different because you had the studious, committed boxing fan who will run home to watch a card on Tuesday night.
Hmm.
So it became like pop culture-ish, like almost like, or boxing after dark. So those programs work. They work.
Yeah, Ringside View said at $20 they will have to sell 300 plus thousand pay per views. That ain't gonna happen to get that 6 million back.
Hmm. Now they're gonna lose money on that. And remember, HBO tried the hip hop DJ in the arena. That's remember with KO Nation when Mayweather fought Augustus, and it worked for a short period of time. But people just, I sit back and I watch what they try to do, and they don't really understand how the business mind works. It's a different sport than football and basketball. They don't really understand it.
Hmm. Yeah, Michael Lee, we knew that. Jose Uscati, David Benavidez rescheduled for November 13th.
Hmm.
Yeah, you all Thomas. What's going on? And what? Oh, so the week prior we're gonna get. So that seems like they trying to set up because just the week prior we're gonna get Canelo and Caleb Plant. Victor Griffith, brother in super chat. If Bud fights Shawn, Keith, and Mikey and beats all three in good fashion, the Spence fight will be so much bigger. Plus, it gives Spence good time to recover. I agree. Mr. G, what's going on? I don't think Errol Spence need that much time. Not 3 fights. That's too much. That's a
That's
year.
another 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's too long. No, that's too long. That's too long. Yeah, so that means they fighting November 13th and November 6th we get Plant and Canelo. So they could possibly be setting up the winner.
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. You think that's the route they're trying to go?
It's hard to say, because Canelo Benavidez, that's a huge fight, man. That's a huge fight. Can you imagine them fighting in Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah.
I haven't heard a lot about it. It's been mentioned because they've been mentioned only because they're in the same division, but they're not jaw jacking towards each other, even though they did throw each other names in their mouth. But Canelo say he ain't fighting no Mexicans, and I'm afraid there'll be a hot fight, and then it just go up to the wayside.
Mm-hmm. Victor Griff said 2.5 years, Blue. No, you gotta, man, these dudes they fighting 6-7 months apart, bro. So if Terence Crawford had 3 fights at 7 months apart, that's a long ways off. He said those fights can be made in 1 year. Nah, there's no way he fighting Keith Thurman, Mikey Garcia, and Shawn Porter in 1 year. That ain't happening.
Impossible.
That's impossible, brother.
The bigger the fight, the more time the fighter will take off.
Right. No way that's happening. That ain't even wishful thinking. That's a unicorn. DP Rocker, what's going on? That ain't gonna happen. No way, no how. First of all, Keith Thurman is gonna need tuna. Man, that ain't happening. Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Reggie, drop the link. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.4. So yeah, Curry. So the brother said that we had a boring year of boxing for the summer. What you think about that?
Yeah, COVID excuses. We had a good schedule, but things didn't work out. Wilder, Fury, Pacquiao, and Spence, Benavidez, and Scott are being pushed back. That's boxing 101. You live and you learn. You live to live with disappointment, and you learn about the sport of boxing. It ain't what it seems. The schedule looked really, really promising at one time, but with COVID, and other things didn't work out like we thought they would. We still have a good fight on September 11th with Fort in the Figueroa. If that don't get pushed back by COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So hopefully, man, we get some big fights, man. Hopefully all these fights come to fruition. I hope so. And Keith Thurman has been out the ring far too long, Kurt.
I don't even think about Keith Thurman because I don't like fighters who become known and other fighters want to fight them and they run, they duck like he did Spence. He slowed Spence's career for a little bit until Spence got that big break against Bundle and then Kell Brook. I respect Kell Brook more than Thurman because he took on the challenge of Spence where Keith Thurman didn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, inactivity, man. Too long, man. Even Mikey, and what you think about Mikey Garcia turning down Regis Prograis fight, Kurt?
Yeah, Mikey's at a place now where he wants the biggest and best fights possible. If he doesn't feel comfortable and no fighter don't bring nothing to the table, I don't think he's going to fight him. It's kind of like diva-ish. That's what Mikey's at. Mikey won the biggest challenges and with the most money. That's why when he fought Vargas and Hearn gave him $7 million, he jumped at the chance. $7 million to fight Vargas? Holy smokes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Camille Z, what's going on? But the Mikey's supposed to fight somebody else though.
Yeah, I know the guy. I forgot the guy named Martin, I think.
Yeah.
It's an unknown guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's from Puerto Rico, I think, right?
I forgot where he's from, but I know the guy he's fighting.
Yeah.
Just to get himself back. But boxing is in a very weird place right now, man, and not a good place. It's in a very strange place.
Mm-hmm. L Dub said Mikey fighting September 18th and it's not the biggest and best challenge. Mikey versus Regis will probably happen after. What's the dude name? Martin. What's his name? L Dub. Sandor Martin.
Yeah.
It's from Spain. 38-2. Yeah, he's not looking to fight the best opposition out there. It's amazing, man. These dudes, man. Jambo Japan, what's going on? What's going on, great brother? You know, the sport of boxing. Cassandra Mason, peace plus the queen. How you doing today? What happened to your wrench, Cassandra? What happened to your wrench? X Krypton, what's going on? Yeah, that's not the biggest and best fights out there. Sandor Martin. That's a payday. And see, those are the fights right there. Poppy's so amazing. What's going on, great brother, in the super chat? Spence versus Crawford could be a draw. It could be. Definitely could be. Kurt, so, you know, these are the types of fights. You take these fights just for money, and all of a sudden you get upset. That's what can happen. You run that risk. What's your name?
Yeah, because, you know, when you, especially, you're prime for an upset when you start looking at boxing as a business. Like Mikey Garcia is looking at boxing like a business. He felt that he put in the work, so he wants to take on people that's not dangerous towards him. Same with Gennady Golovkin. Gennady is Canelo or bust. He's not fighting anybody dangerous. It's not Canelo. He's going to take on a lower tier fighter. The fighters who have that mentality say, hey, man, I did the work. My legacy is cemented. I'm fighting this guy. So you'll see a lot of mismatches now.
Stay true, Henry. What's going on? Mike J, Timothy Davis, Ron Williams. What's going on? Leandro Guthrie, brother in the super chat. He said Thurman spends all his time making excuses for not fighting like he did with Spence. These 3 fights in what, 6 years? No, yeah, 4 fights in 5 years, 5.5 years, something. Jack T, brother in the super chat. What you think about Thurman versus Jamal James? What you think about that, Kurt?
Anytime Keith Thurman steps in the ring, he's primed for an upset. It could be anybody. Remember, he almost lost to Lopez. Jamal James is a good boxer who can keep Thurman at the end of his jab because of his reach and length. So Jamal James will be a live underdog. I'll pick Thurman, but Thurman can lose to anybody right now. Because just like I said, he's looking at boxing as a business. That's why he lucky he got the Pacquiao fight. He was thinking about the money, and he lost.
Joe Valencia, what's going on? Yep. Arsenal League, what's going on? Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, it's just disappointing, man, that they turn it into a business as opposed to a legacy. And, you know, and don't get me wrong, I understand them trying to, you know, secure their finances outside the ring. But you could do so and fight big fights. You could do both. You could definitely do both, man.
You see, what they don't really understand is that when you fight and you try to secure your legacy, that means you want to fight the biggest and best challenges that you can get. And the bigger your opponent is, the more money you're going to get. So they don't really understand that. So it's taking a risk and getting money to fight low-level opposition. That's what they want. Keith Thurman, Jermell Charlo, they all doing it. Look at Jermell Charlo, his last 3 or 4 opponents. That don't make any sense. Who was it? Brandon Adams, Dennis Hogan, Fernando Montiel, people like that. Come on, man. Well, you got Benavidez staring you right in the face. You got Andrade. But Benavidez is the one you can really make the fight. Because Andrade is on his own. You can make the Benavidez. He don't want no smoke. with Benavidez. He don't want to move on, talk about 160 pounder. See, this is what I'm talking about. Not only the mindset of the boxer fan is different, but the boxer as well.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yep.
Chief Thurman was hot. He was hungry. He was knocking out Soto Calderas and Diego Chavez. I said, oh, man, this dude got something, man. All of a sudden, he got married and it just stopped. The hunger just stopped.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mike J, what's going on? And that, like you said with Jamal Charlo, like, what are you waiting for? You should be fighting the best opposition out there. Mobtown Slim, what's going on? Vaughn P. King, Deacon, what's going on?
He's getting ready to lose, though. When he fight another Fernando Montiel, he's going to lose. I see it. People don't see it, but I see it as clear as day. Because if Montiel would have fought differently and smarter, he was going to beat Charlo. He was having a lot more success than we give him credit for. I watched that fight over. He hurt Charlo a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
If he would stay orthodox, it would beat Charlo.
Mm-hmm. And that's the problem, Kurt. And I think, how much do you attest to that, to his inactivity, Kurt?
Oh, like 80%. And with opposition, Andrade and Charlo, they're going to lose. They get ready to lose. Andrade was hurt bad by Liam Williams with that right hand. He's going to lose. Charlo's going to lose. They're going in the opposite direction. Tank Davis is going up. Tank Davis is a hot fighter because you would think he would be in that same boat, but he's pushing himself. That Barrios fight did a lot for him. People don't understand what it did for him. He fought a bigger dude, and had to think. And the way he won impresses me more than any of his knockouts because he had to dig deep. So his character, he had to show the character of a fighter. So he had to dig deep. And he lost the first 4, some people say 5 rounds, and he had to come back and win. So that speaks volumes that you knocking somebody out in 2 or 3 rounds. When you can think, and then you have to make the necessary adjustments and come back and not only win, but knock them out in a impressive fashion. That showed me a lot about Tank the man and the fighter.
If you was Andrade and Andrade's team, what would you be doing now?
Well, if you love Andrade, you would tell him you have a man-to-man talk and be like, go out there and make the Charlo fight. Make quality fights, man. Don't waste your career. It may be too late, but he regrets by not getting better. And when you're a fighter and when you don't improve, you automatically regress. I would tell him you got to go out there and fight the best fighter. No more Liam Williams. No more low-level people we don't know about. But he's getting a healthy paycheck. So himself, he's probably satisfied. He's probably satisfied. And he might fire you from the entourage if you have that man-to-man talk with him. Because he seemed like he wasn't like that. He seemed like he's sometimes. I get that from him.
Yeah. If they made that fight with Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, who do you think would win? Because they both show vulnerability to me. I can't tell who will win.
Me neither. That's an excellent point. I don't know who will win, to be honest with you. They both have vulnerabilities now. They're both flawed fighters. I don't know who will win.
Yeah, I don't know who will win. Mr. Blue, what's going on? I used to say MJ Total Health Wellness in Richmond. What's going on? Laylo 209. What's going on? He said Boots should be announcing his fight this week. Black Man Travel. What's going on? Henry King, Colin Moore. I used to say Shawnee Harris. What's going on, great brother in Super Chat? Is that Jamal is on the wrong side of the street? Is it that Jamal? No, because Eddie Hearn is trying to make the fight. He tried to make the fight. They don't have no interest because he said that. Remember, Ronnie Shields came out and said that Jamal told him he would never fight Andre because of what Andre did with Jamel. Drumming for life. What's going on? You stunting your own career. Tyler Durden, what's going on? You stunting your own career by doing that because Jamel is getting the big fights. You not getting no big fights. You waiting for Canelo. That ain't gonna happen. So you waiting for what? You might as well fight him. If you the best way to get back at him, the best way to get back at him is to fight him and beat him. You want to get back at Demetrius Andre for what he did? Fight him and beat him. They talking about, oh, well, they don't want to put no money in his pocket. Well, you're not putting your money in your pocket. You not fighting him, don't put money in your pocket either. How does that work? Like, what they say, Kurt, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. How you helping yourself by you not fighting him, not to put money in his pocket, but who you fighting? Because you fight him, you get big money. Where you gonna make $7 million? Remember Eddie Hearn said they offered him $7 or something million. Where you gonna make that fighting Dennis Hogan and all these dudes? You're not. So you hurting yourself as well. You fight him and get back at him. The way to get back at him is knock him out and say, that's for what you did to my brother. That's how you do things anywhere else. I'm not going to put money in his pocket. Well, he going to fight somebody else that you don't know, and you're going to fight somebody you don't know, and he's still going to put money in his pocket. But y'all can make bigger money fighting each other. That don't make sense. That's a bad business model. That Green Hole Dunham, what's going on? That don't make sense. And so who you going to fight? Tunnel Vision said Eddie lied about the offer. No, he didn't. You know how he didn't? Jamal said that he made him an offer in his inbox.
And that ship has sailed. That Andrade and Charlo fight, I truly believe that ship has sailed. And these guys don't want to be great. They don't care about legacy. They look at boxing as a job. They get paid good money with low risk, and they're comfortable, especially now these days. They're used to it. Why should I fight a high risk guy when I get 800, 900,000, maybe $1 million to fight a Montiel?
Mm-hmm. They don't care about legacy, Kurt. You know what they want, Kurt? They want to be Money Mayweather. They want to live that lifestyle. They don't care about the legacy. Money Mayweather have both. He got the legacy and the money. And the lifestyle. They don't care about that. They want to skip all those other two levels and go right to the money. Boxing Talk 100, what's going on? He gonna wait around and do what? And fight who? Who's there for him to fight, Kurt?
This is why I like Errol Spence, because Errol Spence came back from a car accident and took on Anthony Garcia. He could have took on anybody. Nobody would have said nothing because he had an excuse. He could have took on somebody who would have knocked out in 2 rounds, but he didn't do it. He said, no, give me Danny Garcia. So that showed me a lot about him.
Gerald Lunsford, what's going on? And the thing is, right, Kurt? Like you said, Earl is fighting everybody for legacy, and they don't understand the blueprint. That's why he's the Arguably one of the biggest draws, if not the biggest draw in boxing, Kurt. That's why. The blueprint is there, and they refuse to accept it. The reason Errol Spence, like you said, Kurt, is so beloved, and the reason he do the numbers he do, is because of what you just said, Kurt. This situation with the eye injury, after the doctor found it, right, Kurt? He went to get 2 more opinions because he was still trying to make the fight. And the first doctor told him, you got a detached retina. Then the second doctor told him the same thing. So he said, let me go to a third doctor. So if the third doctor would have said, no, I think you could go, he would have went. SK Level, what's going on? He would have went, Kurt, against the other 2 doctors' wishes. They don't get it. They don't understand the model. Floyd Mayweather fought everybody. And see page 412 game, what's going on? He did so, Kurt, when he knew he was the star, a mega star against Oscar De La Hoya, but he understood, oh, this dude brand is still bigger than mine? Okay, I'll give him everything because all I got to do is beat him, and we're just going to reverse the roles.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many people Floyd Mayweather didn't like? Alex Corona, what's going on? You know how many people Floyd Mayweather didn't like, but he still fought him? He didn't like what's his name? Rick no, not Ricky. What's his name, Kurt? Passed away. Arturo Gatti.
Mm-hmm.
Diego Corrales. Remember they had that feud outside the ring.
Right.
And he was like, all right. Remember, Kurt, people don't remember this. I know you do. The Arturo Gatti fight wasn't supposed to be in Jersey, remember? It was supposed to be somewhere else. And Floyd Mayweather, Gotti kept talking. He said, I want this to be in his backyard because I want to humiliate him in front of his fans.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it. Leo Vince Smoke, what's going on? Imagine if he would have said, you know what? I don't like Gotti, man. I ain't going to break bread with him. Huh? What do you mean? I ain't going to fight that man. I ain't going to put no money in his pocket.
Yeah, Floyd understood the business of boxing. That's why he had a very unique career.
Mm-hmm.
He understood the business.
And remember, he felt the same way about Bob Arum. Remember, he said, I ain't want to put no money in his pocket, but that ain't stopping him from fighting Manny Pacquiao, did it?
Yeah.
He ain't want to, but he understood what he ran the risk of receiving. He didn't want to put money in Bob Arum's pocket, but he knew, man, I fight this dude, I beat this dude, I'm going to get $200 million.
See, Floyd is very important in the end of the boxing, not because of his skills, but because he's the last of the old school, new school fighter. Remember, he came around in the 90s and fought until our era, well, today's era. So he was that guy who kind of bridged the gap with the last of the Mohicans, the old school, his amateur days, and how he did things, the 90s. When you look at boxing, was the golden age until the 2000s. He bridged the gap, so he's very important. The social media era, all of that. He showed you how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he showed you. So, you know, with him, he came from 2 eras. You know, so he showed you how to do it.
Mm-hmm. And you know, another fight, Kurt, another fighter. Roy Jones ain't like Antonio Tarver?
No. I'm sorry.
No problem.
What you said?
Remember, yeah, no problem, Kurt. Remember, Roy Jones ain't like Antonio Tarver, Kurt?
Right.
He said, oh, you know what, this dude keep talking. He ain't even have to take that fight, Kurt. Remember they was offering Holyfield and Mike Tyson for hundreds of millions of dollars?
Mm-hmm.
He said, I want to get Tarver first and then go back up. Remember that? He was going to try to attempt to go. If he beat Tarver, he was going to go back up to heavyweight.
Right, right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that like yesterday. Yeah.
yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. They understand. It's like hip hop, where one rapper disses another one, and another one comes back and disses them. That's how you start a beef. That's the business of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing is the same way. When you call out a fighter, if he doesn't respond, then you don't have a fight. You don't have a storyline. You don't have anything because he just walked away. But when a fighter be like, "What? You called me out? Okay, we got to fight." Then you got some. It's just like where the ball throwing on the garbage. He didn't understand how boxing's supposed to go. He's supposed to that rivalry was supposed to build to a crescendo against Lennox Lewis by, and they was promoting the fight because they was in each other's face. As soon as they beat Holyfield, that's what you do. You promote your next fight. When a fighter you potentially fight is that your fight, and they started, going at it with each other. But Bo broke that tie when he threw the brother garbage.
Yeah, he
He was
hurt him.
supposed to say, "We gonna fight next," and then the fight would have been huge.
Mm-hmm. And Explosive Hauler, yeah, you picked Ugas to beat Pacquiao easy. Now he's saying you heard phrase, he gonna upset Errol Spence, Kurt.
I didn't hear the last one. What did you see the last one?
He said that he picked Ugas to beat Manny Pacquiao easy.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's saying he gonna upset Errol Spence too.
Well, he could pick Ugas, but I picked Spence to beat Ugas. Pacquiao lost a lot more than we thought. He got old before the fight started, and when the fight started, it just showed what Pacquiao lost. Can't get out the way of punches anymore. Spence is a different animal. Young, strong, in his prime of his career, it'll be a totally different fight. Totally. See, what boxing fans mistake, they look at one fight and then they match up a potential opponent and think that opponent is going to fight the same way that like Pacquiao fought. I'm talking about Spence. The tenor of the fight will be totally different.
Mm-hmm. And salute to my brother Kavan in the super chat. I think you said it, Blue. And today's boxers want to be Money Mayweather and skip the pretty boy Floyd stage. Oh, that's a fact. Salute to Kavan in the super chat. That's a fact. They want to skip right over Pretty Boy. They don't want a Pretty Boy stage. They want to go right to Money Mayweather and live the lifestyle and have the mansions and the cars and the women and the jewelry.
And Floyd put in the work. People need to study what Floyd did, man. Living in New Brunswick, New Jersey, in a cramped up apartment, fighting at different gyms and beating the best fighters, not having no money. Frankie Randall used to give Floyd money so he can buy a TV and Walkman and clothes and stuff like that. And, getting Frankie Randall off drug binges and stuff. And that's what Floyd did. Floyd put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't a star to begin with. He had to build his brand, and that's what he did. Hard work pays off. That's why Floyd is who he is today. Having a but it was a hard road, but it paid off for him.
And on top of that, Hamilton still was going on. And on top of that, remember this, Kurt? Bob Arum said the same thing to Floyd Mayweather he said to Terence Crawford. Remember, he told him, "You'll never be the star Oscar De La Hoya is."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "I need my way out of this contract."
Yep. See, Floyd knew his network. Floyd knew what he could do, and he did it.
Mm-hmm.
He bought himself out the contract, and he just took off after that.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Why not you? What's going on? Yeah, get the lights to 1500. 1-5.
See,
Get
these
the light.
fighters, they give these promoters too much power,
It sure do, Kurt. And
way too much power. You can't, you can't give the promoters that much power, man. Treat you in your kind of way. You can't do that. You can't.
and remember this too, Kurt. Remember, Floyd Mayweather told Terence Crawford, "Man, I gave you the blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you the blueprint." Salute to my brother Carolina Ryder in the super chat, dropping that hundo on us in the super chat. He says, "Salute to you, great brother. How you feeling today?" You know, Kurt, he came down with C19 as well. We got to call it the C19.
Oh, man, speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Speedy recovery. That's no joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kurt. So, now I wanted to ask you about this because J-Rock told me this. I asked him about Earl Spence injury. Isaiah Felix, what's going on? And he said, this ain't 1985. Technology today is much different. But we look at the situation with Abner Mares and Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, you may remember more than me about that situation with Sugar Ray Leonard. And, how long was he out the ring? And when he came back, did he ever have any, because I don't remember, did he ever have any lingering effects from that?
No, not really. He had a detached retina. The world of medical science was completely different in his era than now. He suffered a really bad detached retina. His prime years was 79 to 82. And he came back, he fought a tune-up against Kevin Howard. But Ray Leonard retired like 5 times, and he kept coming back. He kept coming back 2 or 3 years against Hagler. He kept coming back. And then he got old when he fought Terry Nars and Hector Camacho, and that was it. But Leonard had a very unique career. Thanks for the jab of Tommy Hearn. He also had a very short career. Leonard only had 40 fights, and he kept retiring like 5 times. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause I tried to remember. I couldn't remember, how long he was out. Did he have any lingering effects?
Leonard looked good today, like nothing happened. Like he was never a fighter. He speaks properly, no health issues, none of that. He looks good. He still works out, hitting the heavy bag. He still jogs. And he's one of the lucky ones.
And Kurt, he trains MMA right now. You know that, right?
Okay, I didn't know that.
And I just saw him throwing he threw like a 20 punch combination, still fast.
That I saw.
Yeah.
See, with him taking these long breaks, I think it did him good in the long run. Him, Floyd, people like that. Sometimes the body needs rest, but most fighters can't perform at a high level when they come back after a 2-year layoff. We saw what happened with Manny Saturday, but they can do it. They can do it. Them two can do it.
Yeah, because you know what it is? They rely on their technique, their skill set, more so than just their athletic ability.
Right.
Phil Barnhill, what's going on? So they rely on that more so than just their athletic ability. Chevelle Solomon, what's going on? Baltimore, Maryland in the building. So, yeah, Kurt, so you don't think it'll affect Errol Spence moving forward?
Because of medical science, the advancement of medical science, he just needs rest, get the best care, best doctor. He has the money, and continue his career.
Michael Lee, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. I feel like Tyson Fury is going to use the C19 to duck Wilder again in October, Blue. A lot of people feel like that. he's gonna pull out. I don't think so. Daquan Royster, what's going on? Trayvon Allen, what's going on? Millie Glove, what's going on? I don't think so, man. I think that he's gonna push through with the fight. I think the fight gonna happen. I think it did Deontay Wilder good that it got postponed. He got more time to train with Malik Scott. He got more time to, now it's been what, Kurt? Well over a year now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they fought what, February of 2020?
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So you think now he got more time to be with Malik Scott, more time to work on his technique, more time to focus, And let me ask you this, Kurt, because you haven't been on in a while. What you think about Big John Fury, his father, saying that he should part ways with Sugar Hill and the crunk style? He said the crunk style only teaches you to get knocked out, especially when you're dealing with Deontay Wilder. He said there's no way. He said Deontay Wilder has already made the adjustment to what he would do in the second fight. He said there's no way. He said it was an anomaly. There's no way Tyson Fury can repeat what he did in the second fight and the third fight with that crunk style. What you think about that? Pop 375, what's going on? What you think about that, Kurt?
That's very interesting that he would say something like that. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because the crunk style is a very aggressive style offensively. It's not built for defense. And Fury moves very well to be so big. But who are you going to hire? If that was his best way, why would you depart a trainer where you won in dominant fashion?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't know who he would go back. He would go back to his old trainer. What's his name? I forgot his old trainer name.
Oh, you talking about
I forgot his old trainer name, but
what's his name? Ben Davison.
And so the best way to beat Deontay Wilder, you get him before he gets you, and you pull him on the backfire. If it backfires, it just backfires. But I don't think that you can move around. You can fight like you did in the first fight. I think Deontay is going to be ready for that. I think he's going to be ready for a lot of stuff. But you give yourself the best possibility to win by keeping Sugar Hill. But there's a way to beat the crunk style, because crunk style fighters always drop their right hand. Always.
Mm-hmm. JB, the Boston fanatic. What's going on, JB? Yeah, so he said, but what he said, Kurt, was that he said Deontay Wilder already made adjustments to that style. And he said that that's just going to get him knocked out. And he said that, he should, he said, now I'm glad I got him here. He has too many yes men. And, Sugar Hill's not over there with him. So
Right.
he said, I'm glad he's here training. He said that, as ironic, we was just talking about Sugar Ray Leonard, because he said what he should do is fight like Sugar Ray Leonard fought Hagler. And he said, just go for a flurry at the end, the last shoe shine, the last 30 seconds of each round. And when Wilder wear down, then you go for it. He said, if you attempt to walk him down like you did, he said, you're going to get knocked out. What you think about that?
Yeah, but you don't know how Wilder's going to fight. You don't know what he's going to bring in the ring. You can't rely. See, John Fury is so worried about what Wilder's going to bring in the ring that he's changing his own son's game plan. If I'm coming off a dominant victory, then that's how I'm going to fight in the next fight. If I lose, I just lose. That's just my philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring the fight to Deontay Wilder. He has to show me that he could deal with it. He couldn't deal with it last time, even though there was some shenanigans. I'm going to do it again.
Right.
If he happened to win and fight differently, hey, he was the better man. He was the better man for that night. But I'm not going to change who I am and fight like Sugar Ray Leonard. You ain't no Sugar Ray Leonard.
Right.
You ain't no Sugar Ray Leonard. You don't move like that.
Right.
No, so he's cut off by saying that. He's trying to steal rounds and steal the fight. That's what he's applying. Flurry, last 10 seconds of the round. No, no, no. I disagree with that.
Mm-hmm. That guy, what's going on? Michael Daniels, what's going on, great brother? Daniel Schaefer, what's going on? Cecilia Robinson, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? CC, what you doing? How you doing today, Queen? Xavier Combs, what's going on? Yeah, so he that's what he said, Kurt. So he's it's to me, Kurt, it sounds like they're not confident. It don't sound like it sounds like there's a lot of shakiness going on. Like for him to say, man, he was adamant, right, Kurt? He was saying, you see the changes Wilder made, the adjustments he made? He's like, my son's gonna get knocked out if he stay. I'm like, man. My thing is like you said, Kurt, Marco Mine, what's going on? If it ain't broke, why you fixing it? Struggle boxing, what's going on? If it's not broke, why you fixing it? That don't add up. Wendell Jackson, what's going on? Eric Slayton, what's going on? Kai Nordy, what's going on? If it ain't broke, Kurt, why you fixing it? What you looking to make all these adjustments for?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Kurt, you could be putting them in a worse position, trying to make all these adjustments unnecessarily. Peace and blessings to the Queen, CC, in the building in the super chat. She says, salute, Blue. Salute to the chat. Peace and blessings, Queen. Appreciate you. Salute to CC. Yeah, Kurt, Wayne Jr. and Pat Cannon, what's going on? Coach Mark, what's going on? I mean, you making unnecessary adjustments. You like you said, Kurt, you don't know what Wilder gonna bring to the ring, so why are you making these adjustments?
Yeah, I'm not going to change my style because I'm worried about what the next man going to do.
Right.
I'm going to keep fighting the way I fought, especially if I came off a dominant victory. Right. You're going to have to show me you can beat me at my own game.
And that's what made me feel like, Kurt, they know something was up. Shepard King, what's going on? Joseph Castro, what's going on? Because why you looking to make all these adjustments? Oh, if you do this, if you don't do this, and Tyson Fury, oh, I know Wilder's gonna hit me with something big, but I'll wear him down. What do you mean? He didn't hit you with nothing big in the second fight. Why you feel like he gonna hit you with something big in this one?
Yeah, man, too much worry, man. Jeez.
Yeah. And that Lee Reyes, what's going on? It leads me to believe that, they feel like, something was up in that second fight. And now they know it's going to be viewed with a magnifying glass. And there's a lot of pressure on Tyson Fury to duplicate what he did in that second fight. Jack T, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, what happened to Wilder being a one-trick pony who can't fight on the back foot and Fury bone-bending power? I thought Fury can handle Wilder's power, almost like there's another reason he can't repeat. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It feels like they feel like, man, he ain't gonna be able to duplicate that. And now they have all of these. Oh, he obviously the situation with his daughter is understandable, but it's like he's not training. He should part ways with Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill, Tyson Fury said he's going back into training right now. Your trainer ain't even there, and we're going into September, so you got 4 or 5 weeks. Your trainer's not even Kurt. His trainer is not even there. So do you think, Kurt, because a lot of people feel like Ricardo Melrose, what's going on? A lot of people feel like he's going to pull out. You think he's going to pull out the fight?
No. I don't think he's going to pull out. I think he's going to go through with the fight. I think the fight is going to happen. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think the next go around, I think it's going to happen. Really do.
Yeah, I think Had Spitter, what's going on? Yes, sir, Philly. Danny Garcia, Julian J. Rod Williams, Tevin Farmer, Steve Fulton. Yeah, yeah, Kurt, it just seems like, man, they're not confident at all. Not at all.
Nope.
And every day their confidence, it seems like it's dropping, and every day Wilder's confidence is going up.
It seems like that. It just seems things are different. It's something just there. It's not.
It's
So I'm sure he's at it. I don't know. It's weird. I'm getting the feeling that he feels he had a disadvantage somehow, somewhere. That's
exactly.
how I feel.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, and the more the days pass, it's like Wilder's like the excitement of learning something new every day. You know, it's like he getting back to the roots. It's like, you know, it's like he got that, you know, in Fury every day. It's like it's a lot of pressure, man. But let's get on out of here, Kurt, man. Any last words for the people?
Oh, yes, indeed, man. I'm glad to be back, man. Talk this boxing talk. Love talking boxing makes me feel much better. It's therapy for me, you know, and I guess I'm going to watch a couple of fights and just to satisfy my appetite. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more great boxing talk. Thank you for the super chats and thank you for the well wishes. Thank you, family, for everything that you do. My name is Curtis Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace. Peace, CC.
Peace.